That's some of those. These are already tenderized. These ain't gonna take long to cook. But we got this shit here from the grocery store. That is, like with my grocery store, anything that's barbecued is barbecued in this seasoning. And this seasoning is the fucking bomb, baby. This seasoning is the fucking bomb. Now a bottle barbecue seasoning is like, I don't know, $6. I don't know what it is anymore, baby. But this shit is it, baby. This shit is it. So we'll get a nice coating. Hell yeah, baby. This is it, man. This ain't gonna take long. This is probably a couple hour smoke. We'll probably we'll get it just up to temperature, you know, 260, 165, you know, 165, 170 maybe, and then finish it off in the oven. Get it where all this fat renders down. That's where this baby's just gonna be, because these are gonna be sandwiches. So these babies are just gonna melt in your mouth. They're gonna melt in your mouth. Because sometimes pork chops, they just get a little too like chewy and tough, you know. Because one, they're overdone, I guess you call it. They're overdone when they get chewy and tough, but then not. But in the same token, not done enough, you know. Not done enough. So look how red, delightful this shit is already. You don't need no goddamn binders, fellas. You don't need no binders. Binders are for pussies. That's for pussies. How are you gonna let the smoker get up to temp? Because this ain't, like I said, this ain't gonna take long. This won't take long, daddies. Not at all. Rather eat pork chops than some clapped out Danville hot dogs by Joey. Oh my God. So rude, man. So rude, man. I don't know. I mean, I like hot dogs. I'm not a fucking Triumph LLC calling, which is a fake Triumph. It's not real because Triumph doesn't have an LLC. But the hot dogs, I'm just not into boiled hot dogs, you know. I'm more of I like them grilled. Flat table grilled is all right, baby. Let me wash my hands right quick here. Get all this shit. Oh yeah. So this getting it up to 250. Get it up to 250, daddy. And then I'm gonna guess maybe a couple hours. I don't know. I want to get the smoke rolling before I put it in. So you got this, but I want that smoke. I want it rolling before I put those pork chops in, because they're not gonna take long. So get us a fucking what? A natty ice? Oh God, please, thank you. Please and thank you, baby. Got all the parts in for the truck, so they're putting it back together. So they're supposed to be calling me maybe today or tomorrow, hopefully, and then they're gonna put in a new blender, because I can only get defrost on the AC, and with summer obviously quickly approaching, you got to have that AC blowing at your face, or we have to have a fan in between the seats blowing up to kick the cool air around, you know, from the back sleeper. So this will hopefully fix that. Worst case, it'll definitely help, because AC going to the defrost it's not AC at all, to be honest with you. So they're gonna fix that. Hopefully That new air tank we got on the trailer, I'll have to call and make sure that's also completed already. They might be waiting for whatever. I don't know. That may not be done yet, but that tank needs to be replaced because there's a pinhole or something in the weld. So that new tank is failing. And this is a problem. But of course, it's going to be the problem anyway because, listen, you're going to find places, when you're on the road that's going to fix shit. The problem is if shit goes bad, it's impossible to get back to that place to get any reconciliation, So it's just one of those you're just going to have to fucking eat it, right? And this tank is maybe 3 months old and it's leaking already. So I'm assuming it's the tank. There's only one inlet or outlet on that side of the tank. It's on the driver's side end cap. So I don't know where else would it be leaking except the weld. It feels like it's leaking from the weld on the mount, underside of the mount. But who knows? Who knows, Daddy? So hopefully that's all fixed. Now, I was under the impression it was a 500-mile run to break it in and then to get the, what you call it, to get it broken, and then they redo the overhead and stuff. But now they're saying, no, I think it's 5,000, not 500. So I think somebody might have misspoke. So that's good, because then we can get out right away, We can get out the gate. So we should be much better off. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Big Steel Trucker, what's going on? Just Joy. Grilled all day. I seen that. Jesus loves me. Of course he does. For the Bible tells me so. Must be nice sitting around for 2 months. It's about 2.5 months shop fees. But yeah, it is. It is nice. Samar trap. Yeah, word up. Nastic fuel card is always 50 cents off price of fuel, or is it always changes? Ben, it always changes. Sometimes you'll get $1 off. Sometimes it's 50 cents. Sometimes it's 80 cents. Sometimes it's 10 cents. It just all depends on where you are. But yeah, Nastic, I'm going to tell you this, mud flap ain't it. I mean, unless you want to go to mom and pops and, little, like gas stations that you don't know whether or not they have room for a semi. You could play that game and you might save a little bit more. But mud flap's a joke. For doing your bigger truck stops, mud flap is irrelevant. You're going to get a better deal with Nastic. But of course you got to pay for Nastic, right? You got to pay for Nastic. People don't have to pay for mud flap, right? Mud flap is free. It's a personal choice. Like, one ain't better than the other. It depends on where you run, where you choose to get fuel. See, I prefer Petros, right? Good luck doing mud flap at Petro. You're going to save a little bit off the pump, but you're not going to save significant. I save more on Nastic at Petro. Now, the reason why I like Petro, especially if you're going to be out here for a while, Ben, which I know you will be, you're going to get to that Gear 4. Well, that Gear 4, every time you get fuel, and I get fuel every day, you get an Ultra 1 credit. Now, that Ultra 1 credit can be used for whatever you want. You can use it for $17 in food, right? You can cash a credit in for $17 in food. You can use it for parking, free paid parking. So if you do come into like Atlanta where you have to pay for parking, you can use a credit for parking. Sometimes the parking's like $22, $28, but it's free. It's free if you with the fuel card, or not with a fuel card per se, but your one card. It's free parking. Plus, then, of course, you get your points, But I like that. I don't know if Pilot offers that. I don't care for Pilot. Pilots are too small. They don't have enough fuel pumps. TAs are always bigger. Petros are always bigger. They always have fuel pumps. Rarely are you sitting in fucking line at a fucking Petro or TA. If you are, it's only one deep. When I was in Phoenix, well, of course, that's not a fair representation because Phoenix is, they only got the two truck stops west on the west end of Phoenix. But dude, I was at that Flying J in the bobtailed area, and bobtailed areas as soon as you pull into the lot, and then boom, there's your fuel island. There was people parking in the fucking street, or not parking, sitting in line in the street, just trying to get to a fuel island, and I don't want it. Love's is fine, except I don't want to get yelled at. Love's Points is fine, but everything inside of Love's is more expensive than any other truck stop. And Love's parking is jacked, unless it's a new Love's. Love's is small. I prefer Petro and TA. I want to get my points where I'm parking, and TA Petros are generally going to have larger parking spots. Their truck stop is bigger. So I'm a Petro TA guy till I die. I've been offered fuel cards that promise that they get a better price, but the reality is I don't give a shit about the price. 5 cent, 10 cent ain't gonna make or break me. I prefer to collect my points where I stay. That's where I want my points. Where I get most of my work done is going to be TA or a Petro. It's not going to be Flying J or Love's. So if I need anything, airbag, I'll use my points for an airbag. I'll use my points for whatever, shit that I ain't got to come up with. I know we had a conversation, Zello saying, "Oh, I use my points for the coffee. I want the write-off. I want the write-off for the repairs." Well, it's still a write-off. It just, what a write-off is an expense that has to come out of your fucking pocket. Now, okay, a coffee comes out of your pocket, but I still write it off. It's still an expense. It doesn't matter how much, the receipt shows it. Now, if it's like, "Oh, well, those are your points," well, I've earned those points. I've earned them, Daddy. Where are you from? Samar. I'm in Illinois. Illinois in the U.S. of A. Make sure you pee outside. GW Bowls, listen, ask shop fees, the rules and regulations of peeing outside. It's not indecent exposure unless you're in the front yard. If you can't be seen from the street. I've got a 6-foot fence all the way around my house. I can walk out here fucking naked. Walk out here naked, Daddy. Ashawn, what's up, baby? Moon pie, $200, whatever that is. Time to get back to work. Ashawn, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. It's been a while. Yeah, it's Nastic. Nastic is where it's at. I mean, one, it's good. It's good for a carrier such as myself, right? As a solo driver, listen, it's easier to do mud flap than it is Nastic, right? Nastic is $300 a year. They want you to do the course or whatever, but you don't have to. You don't have to do it. You can just get Nastic. You just pay extra for the first year or whatever. Second, if you have, you could put it on a credit card so you can float it and shit. But for me as a carrier, and when I bring contractors on, that's why I'll never get rid of Nastic, is that Nastic gives you the line of credit to where I can float people's fuel until they pay. And unless the reality is that you do like a 7-day fucking run, and obviously I'm paying for the fuel, or paying for it myself. But the reality is that it's going to be like pick up today, deliver tomorrow, pick up today, deliver Wednesday type of thing, or today being Thursday, be Thursday to Friday, Thursday, Saturday, or even Thursday, Monday, which doesn't matter because it's a fucking weekend. But I can hold your fuel, where if you have mud flap working with me, you're paying for the fuel directly out of your account. Now, you could have it set up on a credit card or anything like that, and that's fine too. I don't discourage anyone, if they want to use their own fuel card, go ahead. Go ahead. I don't use the fuel card for IFTA. I use the logs for IFTA. So the logs, you obviously put in your fueling and how many gallons you bought and all that shit, and then that's where you get my IFTA. I don't get IFTA off of fuel receipts. So I don't care if you feel you have a better card. then by all means use your own card. It doesn't matter to me one iota. That's just less I've got to cover, you know. Petro gives no savings at Petro, or Mudflap gives no savings. Well, there you go. I mean, there you go. Tennessee, what's up, baby? You was a mile away from where I live. I don't know who you're talking about. Phoenix just built a new Bucky's truck stop. Should be open any day now. A Bucky's truck stop? That's cool. Why do you just go back to commission only sales gig? Why don't I, Chuck? I could, but why would I? Why would I? I could absolutely go sales commission job again. I absolutely could. Are you saying do that now while I'm down? Or what do you, or are you saying that as a career choice? Like I'll just do that forever? Why would I do that? Because I like trucking. I mean, if that's the question, why don't I do it now? Because I prefer trucking. I don't I don't know how you guys don't enjoy trucking. In all reality, I don't understand where you guys don't fucking love it. Now I could see if you're running day cab and you're just doing out and backs because I did that with Walmart. I didn't do day cab though; it was a sleeper, but I still got home every day. That's work, dude. That's work. And I'm sure day cab work is work because you're burning up your 14-hour clock every day, every day, and you're working like a dog. I'm not working like a dog when I'm on the road. I'm not. The most I'll work is 10 hours. It's a 10-hour drive day, and driving. This is why trucking is so easy for everyone to get into because it's a lazy man's gig. If you make it, if you want to be lazy, you can be, because all you're doing is driving. The toughest part for some of you guys might be just doing the 10-hour break. You guys need 12 or 14-hour breaks because you can't go to bed. You have to play your PlayStation and fuck around. But no, I love trucking. I love seeing the country. I love going where I want to go, doing what I want to do. I love doing resets where I want to do resets. I enjoy, and the wife enjoys it. The wife, we've been home for 2.5 fucking months, or almost, and it's like we're ready to go, baby. We're ready to go. We're ready to go a week into it. We're ready to get back on the road. To say that, to say that it sucks. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I love it. I could get out of trucking whenever I want, right? You just file bankruptcy, you know? Who gives a shit? I mean, people can judge me. Listen, I'm judgeable, right? I'm a judgeable guy. But I don't care what people's opinion of me is. As far as, oh, he went bankrupt or he's going bankrupt. That's such is life, dude. I'd rather take the chance and fail and then never take a chance at all. That's me. I've always been that guy, you know. Not everyone's got it, and that's it. Nothing wrong with that. You want security, get security. I like to gamble. That's why, like Chuck said, why don't I get back into a commission based? Because I like commission based. I like commission based. Trucking is commission based, right? What you can get out of the rate, that's your commission, right? What I get done with the job, it's the commission. It's not a set rate per mile. Where if I was a company driver, that would be set rate per mile. That might as well, because that's a company job. But nothing has a set rate per mile as an owner operator, right? There is no set rate, so it is commission. So I guess I already am doing a commission based business, right? But when you do a commission based business, you still have expenses, right? Because commission based, there's going to be some expenses in that, right? You're going to be taking people out to eat. You're going to be buying things. Like when I sold insurance, I had shit with the company logo on it that I purchased to give as gifts, as appreciation gifts. So that's money I spent. I mean, you still have expenses. Maybe not to the degree of trucking. I mean, trucking has a lot of expenses. But there's a lot of reward in trucking as well. So it's up to the individual what they want to do. Not everyone's meant to be an owner operator. Not everyone's meant to be a truck driver. It's whatever you want to do. I'm not meant to stand in an assembly line and do the same shit all day long. I'm not that guy. That's not my jam. When you was at the J in Phoenix, I live a mile from there. Oh, no shit? Oh, shit, Sean. I should have told you. Should have told you. We actually walked to the Chinese joint. It's about 2 miles or so, I think, maybe a mile and a half from that Phoenix J. It was some Chinese joint there. It was like, I don't know, 5 blocks or so down. It wasn't bad. It was pretty good. You used to say you hated trucking. You have to drive now. Chuck, is it at all fallible that I can change my mind? Like how I feel about something, I can change that, or is it if I say something, I have to stick with that for the rest of my fucking life? Is that what I have to do, Chuck? That because I've said I will do petro and TAs until I die. But if I miraculously get a flying J card that is unbelievable and I start going to, am I not able to accept that card? Am I not able to accept that card because I say that I'm TA Petro for life? Am I no long am I not able to accept that pilot card, Chuck? Like if things change, and I don't know if I ever said I hate fucking trucking. I don't know if I've ever said I hated trucking because I firmly believe and have always believed that this is the best business you can get into. I've said that millions of fucking times. But the one fucking time I might have said I hate it. Now, I know Trucker's coach says my truck feels like a prison, right? He said that. I don't believe I've ever said that. So maybe you're confused, but can I not have like a change of heart, Chuck? Or I gotta live and die with everything that comes out of my fucking mouth. Is that because I wasn't clarified on the rules, Chuck, that in a conversation I'm gonna be held to the highest level of expectations of every fucking word that comes out of my mouth. I didn't know that. Now that I know that, I would like to say I enjoy TAs and Petros, but if a better opportunity comes up with Pilot or Loves, I may consider. Can I do that? Can I do that now, Chuck? Or is it too late? Because I already said. Is it too late, Chuck? Is it too late yet, Chuck? Because I don't want to lose my fucking street cred of YouTube because I said I would. I'm TA for life. I don't want to lose my street cred, Chuck. What's can we redefine the lines here? You fucking asshole. You fucking shitbag. You've got room to fucking talk. You got room to talk, Chucks. I got addicted to trucking. I'm pretty good at it, though. I hardly ever go home anymore. Ben, dude, we don't go home. And it's not because we go home because we miss the fucking house. Trust me, we don't miss the fucking house because we don't do anything when we're at home, dude. We don't do anything. Now, next year we'll open up the pool potentially. Now then, that's different, right? That's different because then we can hang out by the pool. We can actually relax. All Lorraine does when she's here is she cooks and cleans. I cook, obviously, a little bit. But she cooks and cleans. We might go to a couple places and shit, but it's not nearly as... We've been here, done that. We don't do shit, okay? We don't do anything. We don't have a lot of friends. I don't have any friends. So it's not like we're missing out on anything. We're really not. We get home for family gatherings, but those are the only things that we do outside the house is family gatherings. It's kind of a boring fucking life, but it's our life. So we enjoy going out on the road. We enjoy it. Just get a dispatcher. Why would I get a dispatcher, Chuck? I became an owner operator because I want to control everything. If I want to be a dispatcher, I just stay company. Just because you had your old lady dispatching you, don't mean that everyone is incapable of fucking dispatching themselves. You're just an unorganized fucking cunt. That's not my fault. I dispatch myself. Say Vin Smoke Sanji? I don't know. Bump Chuck. Now Chuck is a fucking instigating cunt. He's always been that way because he's self-righteous little fucking shitbag that's, come and gone and changed his mind a million fucking times. And nobody calls Chuck out because nobody gives a fuck about Chuck, okay? Nobody gives a fuck about Chuck. So nobody calls Chuck out because Chuck doesn't, I mean, who gives a shit? Chuck can change his mind every day. He can change his underwear never, and no one's going to care, dude. No one's going to care what Chuck does. But obviously Chuck cares a lot about what I do and what I say because he remembers. I don't remember, and it came out of my mouth. Or supposedly came out of my mouth, and I don't remember it, but this motherfucker clearly does. So, we're your friends now. That's it, Scoop Trooper. I mean, shit, dude. That's it. I mean, come on. That's it. Zello and YouTube. It's friends, but it's acquaintances. Once I get off YouTube, I'll have nothing to do with you. Once I get off of, if I ever get out of trucking, I'm done with the whole fucking mess, right? I'm done with all of it. If I ever got out of trucking, so it's associations. We can call each other friends, but really, I've gotten some friends off of here, but they're not like, hey, coming to my fucking house. We don't talk on the phone every day. We're not just showing up. We're not doing, it's, I mean, okay, yeah, it's friends, but is it friends? I mean, if I got out of trucking, would we still have something to talk about? I don't know. Would we? Would we? I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we would. So in that aspect, I mean, it's an association that we have together, You used to sit in that basement and make fun of people driving while you were making money. Chuck, that's not true. Why would I make fun of my contractors, Chuck? Why would I belittle my contractors and fucking say, "Oh, you're my bitches and you're working for me and I'm not in the fucking truck and you are and you're making me." Why would I belittle my contractors like that, Chuck? Do you lay at night masturbating thinking about what I may not have fucking said? You just create shit in your own fucking brain of what comes out of my mouth. What sense would that fucking make if I talk down on my contractors? If anything, I've talked my contractors up, and potentially when they didn't deserve to be fucking talked up, I talked up my contractors. I never rode their fucking asses saying I was better than them and I'm making money off my contractors. Never once. Never once, dude. You don't need to worry about the basement. We got base man. You ain't got to type it in again, you dumb bitch. I mean, why would I do that, Chuck? Why would I talk shit on my contractors? Why would I belittle them, Chuck? Why would I say, I'm sitting at home and making money off I hate fucking driving. Well, I'm doing it now, ain't I? And fuck, dude, I ain't been happier. What are we talking about, Chuck? And again, can I not change? Am I unchangeable? Am I not changeable, Chuck? Can I not have a change of mind or a change of attitude or a change of anything or what? What am I gonna do? What can I do? What happened to Thor McDonald's? I don't know. You definitely used to rant about how you were better than truck drivers. I am better than company bitches. I'm better than company bitches. Yes. I'm better than company bitches. Yeah. I may have ranted about that. But listen, company bitches are going to be company bitches, just like their blowout operators are going to be a blowout operator, right? They're just going to be that bitch. You know what I'm saying? They got no goals, they got no nothing, and if you fall in that section, then you fall in that section. Listen, we need you. We need you. So who cares? If that's your plot in fucking life, then do that. It's no different than the plot of life of a 50-year-old fucking woman making your bed in the hotel room, or the fucking old man, or the guy washing your fucking dishes when you go out to eat, right? It's no different than that old woman that fucking works at Denny's and fucking waits on your fucking table, right? Those are her ambitions. And if those are her ambitions, then who is it to say it's wrong? If your ambition is to be a company driver, that's fine. But if you don't think people look down on you because you're solely a company driver with no fucking desire to better yourself, then you don't think anyone talks differently about a fucking waitress? Like, Jesus Christ, how old do you, I mean, how long are you going to do this? Like, if you got a waiter, how long are you going to do this before you get a man's job? Like, really? You're gonna wash dishes forever? You're gonna be a blowout operator for the rest of your fucking life? You got zero ambition? Some people don't, man. Some people don't have the gift of that. I do. I'm kind of a big deal out here. I got that fucking gift. That entrepreneurial spirit. That it's not about the fucking money. I don't give a shit about fucking money. I mean, look at how I fucking treated money. With zero respect. I don't give a fuck about money. I don't give a shit about fancy shit. I don't give a fuck about any of it. You do, and that's fine. I don't. Dude, I got everything I need. I got everything I need. And a fucking stack of cash ain't gonna change me or my lifestyle or anything about me. Maybe you. They ain't gonna change me. I don't give a shit about money. I'd rather work for myself, and I've said that a million times. I'd rather have zero fucking money and work for myself than have money working for someone else. I prefer to do my own fucking thing. I prefer to do my own thing. If you don't want to, then don't, dude. Just like you can't tell me what to fucking do, just like I can't tell you what to do. Now, you can think I'm a shitbag, but don't feel bad because I feel that you're a shitbag, right? If you think I'm a bankrupt fucking cunt, then don't worry when I tell you that you're a worthless fucking piece of shit, nobody, company bitch. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me. I'm the shitbag, remember? I'm the shitbag. So don't worry about your company having ass job and your failed carrier, Chuck. Don't worry about your failed carrier because your wife fucking left you. Your dispatching wife fucking left you, and then you entailed failed at the same time. Don't worry about what I'm doing, Daddy. You worry about what your dumb bitch ass is doing. How about we do that? You worry about you. I'll worry about me. Is it the wrong Chuck? Well, shit. I'm sorry, Chuckles. I was thinking about a different Chuck. So which Chuck are you then? Which Chuckles are you then, Chuckles? What's your real name then? Yeah, because if I got the wrong Chuck, I apologize. Because I would call him Chuckles. So, because his name's Charles, I call him Chuckles. But either way. I apologize, though. I apologize to the real Chucks. The real Chuckles, not you. I don't know. Well, I apologize to you also. But I don't know who you are. I definitely bitch about better than a company driver because I am better than you. I mean, if you're a company driver, I am better. In my mind, right? In my mind, and opinion is the only one that matters. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while for me, but did you quit drinking? Oh, no, McDonald's. Oh, no, Daddy. No. That's what we do. Beautifully said. There you go. See? Another guy who fucking understands what I'm saying. Yeah, you are a company driver. So what's your problem then? Chuckles? What's your problem then? Are you upset that you are a company driver? Are you upset that you're a company driver and I'm not? So you want to call me out on everything I'm doing because you can't do any of it? I mean, what's the problem here, Chuck? I mean, speak your piece. This early and James is already crunk. I'm not. You want to talk about failed career, Mr. 3 contract? Yeah, exactly. It's stolen sign. Listen, it happens. Okay, it happens. Listen, You get, in the Bible it says you got to fall 7 times. But you know what? But how do you fall 7 times? By getting up. You can't fucking fall again if you don't get up, right? If I stay down, right? If I stay down, I'm down. How can I fall if I'm already laying down? It's the fact that I keep getting up. So that's where my fucking success is. It's not because what I do when I get up, right? It's not what I do when I get up. It's the fact that I do get up. That's the success. That's a success that you may never fucking see. You may never fucking see it because you don't get up. You don't get up. You stay the fuck down. Again, we're made different. We're different people. You and I are different. No one thinks the same, right? They might have the same idea. They might have the same goals. But how you get to your goal is going to be different than how I get to mine. Doesn't mean that mine's right? Mine's right for me. How I move is going to be different than how you move. But that doesn't mean the way that you move is wrong. It's just different, right? It's just different. And what you do is going to be different than what I fucking do. Like, nobody, in trucking, nobody does the same shit. We're not running the same fucking lanes. We're not making the same money. There ain't nobody out here that's an owner-operator company guy that makes the same money every goddamn week. No one's doing it. No one is identical out here. So, because I'm different than you want to pick at me? You want to talk on my ass? I mean, it just, no one's the same. And then to say, oh, I had failed 3 contractors. You realize those contractors, I got rid of them. The only one contractor that ever left me left with another fucking truck trailer and got their own authority. Everyone else I got rid of. Because they were shit. They were shitty. They couldn't fucking book loads. They couldn't move themselves. They couldn't stay on top of their maintenance. And they got CSA points. I let them go. If you followed me at all, Chuckles, you would know this. Or James Stolen Sign, you would know this. Right? I've let them go because of what they've done. Right? So I bring it back again, myself. What happened when I had the 680 and shit wasn't working out? And guess what? I got back in the 680 and drove, didn't I? What happened when the Peterbilt doesn't do what it's supposed to do? I get back in the Peterbilt, don't I? I rebuild myself over and over and over again. I get back up. So it doesn't matter how many times I fall, right? It doesn't matter how many times I fail. I get back up. That's all that matters. I get back up. And I'll do it again. And if I got to fail 7 more fucking times, I'll do it. I'll do it. Because I'm not a bitch. I'm not a bitch. Honey Baker, what's going on? What about Chuck and Chud the Builder? Ooh, Chud the Builder. Oh, he's not having a good time. He's not having a good time. I kind of feel sad for him, but then I don't. He got what eventually came to him. If you keep inciting fucking hate, just like here out on YouTube, which it's YouTube in general, you keep inciting fucking hate, you're going to get what you get. And then people ain't going to give a shit about you. Nobody is giving a shit about Chud the Builder. Nobody is. Why? Because he's a troll. And people don't give a shit about trolls. They'll watch him, right? They watched him because he had the numbers. So people were enjoying the incitement, right? They enjoyed watching black people get pissed off because he used the N-word like it was, everyday fucking word that you can use. And he incited people, and then sooner or later he got in trouble. Where are those people now that were watching him? Nowhere to be found. They're fans of his, but do they really give a shit about him? They watch him, but do they really give a shit about Chud the Builder himself? No. No, they don't. So, I mean, that's just what happens to trolls. I mean, that's what happens to come to hateful fucking people that build their content on fucking hate and discontent. They all eventually get what comes to them, and nobody fucking cares. Do I feel bad for Chud? No, I'm not a follower of Chud's, but even his followers don't give a shit. He was reaching out, from what I seen off of these reels and stuff, he was reaching out to everybody he knew to try to get money, because he's got money, but it's all tied up in shit. And he's trying to get everyone to spot him this 1.5 million to get him on a bond, and no one's doing it. No one's fucking doing it. I guess you don't got as many friends as you think you got, right? You ain't got as many fans as you think you got. Your gift is a radio quality voice, a handsome face, and a gift for gas. Well, I appreciate that, Daddy. I appreciate that, Daddy. I did go to school for it, but then I found out how much they made. So unless I was going to open up my own radio station and sell my own advertisement, working for the man wasn't it. So I bowed out of that. Just to admit, you have to drive a truck to make a living now. You wanted contractors to drive the truck before. And I'm going to have contractors drive the truck. Chuckles? They're not going to drive my truck. But I am going to bring on contractors, absolutely. But I fail, you learn, right? Every failure you learn from. The reason why I did the 60-40 a second time is because the first time I did the 60-40 with the 680, in a year that guy was successful, got his own truck, his own trailer, and his own authority. Okay? So I thought, why not do it again? Well, then I got Oser. And then Oser more or less fucking, did what he did. I allowed it to happen. It's not Oser's fault. It's 100% my fault. And I rode that motherfucker down to the ground. The truck got drove down to the ground. Everything got drove down to the ground, even though you guys know how much money I was spending on that fucking thing and how often it was in the shop. You know this. And Oser wasn't creating the revenue that was required to maintain said equipment. Plain and simple. Not his fault, my fault. I should have gotten him out of that truck sooner than I did. And I didn't. That's on me. So guess what? I'm never going to do a 60-40 again because I've learned, right? I've learned, okay? Then I bought a truck, right? I buy a truck for a Sean because a Sean is working at a lease. He wants to be an owner-operator. He wants to sign on with me. I had the ability to buy him a truck. I have an extra trailer. I bought him a truck at an auction. And it didn't work out. Guess what? I'll never buy another person another truck. See how I learn? See how I learn things? So, yes, I've made fucking mistakes. But until you do the mistakes, you don't really know. Right? If I never bought anybody a truck, could it still be on my mind, hey, I should buy trucks? No. Because I did, and it didn't work out. So why would I buy another truck? Why would I buy another truck? I'm not gonna, folks. I'm not gonna. Because I learned my lesson. I don't even have a trailer to fucking rent because I learned so well that renting trailers don't fucking work or didn't work for me. So I gave it all away. I gave the 680 away and I gave the fucking trailer away. Gave it away. So everyone wants to think that I'm a fucking shitbag, but who moves like me? Who moves like me? Who gives opportunity like me out here? Nobody. So, I'm not pumping my fucking chest. It's just like, look at the full fucking picture. Look at the full picture of just my fucking, not only my personality, but my heart. Like, look at the shit that I do. Is that from an evil, egotistical fucking man? No. Because if that was the case, all I would do is keep my foot on your fucking company driving asses' throats. But I'm not that guy. I'm a guy who lifts other people up. But you guys believe whatever you want. You know? You enjoy the live streams? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oster's retired. He made too much money. That's it. My confidence is so big today. GW. Sean Ferriman, I love you, brother. How you been? Why don't you have GW Bowls drive for you? CSA score would be the least of your problems. Well, I mean, why would you say I would never have GW back? I take GW back in a fucking heartbeat. You have to understand GW self-admittedly got himself in a fucking position, and has learned. See, this is the reality. People come out here and they fail all the time. And sometimes they just leave forever, right? They leave forever. I'm not anywhere fucking perfect. I've done shit on YouTube I wish I hadn't done. In turn, I've done shit on YouTube no one's ever fucking done. No one's ever done. But there are some things that I wish I had never done. And other things no one could fucking do. No one could fucking do. And that's where the hate and discontent comes in, because I'm a big fucking deal and all the other fucking shitbags fucking hate it. But that's a reality, and listen, that's my reality. That's just the way it's gonna fucking be. That's just the way it's gonna be, and that's okay, right? That's okay. I mean, not everybody can be me, right? Just like I can't be you. But to say that if you don't fucking learn, you gotta fall and get up. You gotta get up. So what's the problem? Should he oh, I did it, I failed, I'm just gonna stay company, guys, just not for me? No, you should keep swinging. You should keep swinging to the fences. You only live once, right? We don't have that many years of our fucking life to just be pissed away making somebody else's dreams come true when you have dreams of your own. Right? You got dreams of your own, desires of your own. If your only desire is to find a steady job, have a family, have a house, have a modest car, live in a decent neighborhood, and be able to put food on the table, if that's your goal, that's your goal. No one can say that that goal isn't big enough. Only you can. Only you can. It's your goal. If that's your goal and you did it and you're done trying to level up, then you're done trying to level up. Who cares, right? It's okay. I'm not judging because I don't give a shit. Because what your goals are ain't, it don't have anything to do with me, right? Unless we're doing it together, right? If we're doing it together. But if we're not doing it together and you've got your goal, then you got your goal. I mean, what do I give a shit if I look at you and say, oh, your goals are too small? Whose goals? Well, his goals. Well, that's his goals. That ain't my goals. But then, I don't know. I think people are too concerned what other fucking people are doing. That's one thing. People are way too concerned what other people are fucking doing. Like you're doing everything 100% correctly. Hell, I've made mistakes. You guys, I've put it out on YouTube. You guys are just fucking names out here, fucking nitpicking everything I fucking do, and I don't even know your fucking name. I don't even know your name, and you're trying to fucking fact check me. Or you said this, you did that. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I don't even keep score because I don't even know what you're fucking talking about. Because that's how much I give a shit. That's in the past. That's not what I am today. That's not what I am today. That shit's old news. Who gives a shit? I can't live in regret. I can't live in the past and live with the regret of everything that's come out of my fucking mouth or everything I fucking done, good or bad. I can't live in the fucking past and just cherish that one time I was a good guy. I can't do that. I got to keep moving forward. The forward is the future, right? Living in the fucking past don't do any good. You guys calling me out on what I did back then don't do any fucking good. What am I supposed to atone for my fucking sins that God's already forgiven me for? Now I've got to ask for your goddamn forgiveness? No, you got to change your own heart, not worry about what the fuck I do. I'm good with God. I'm good with God. So I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what you want from me. You know what I'm saying? you get to a point when you're too old for failure. Listen, when I get too old for failure, I'm 52 now. Trust me, by the end of next year, we're going to have contractors leased on. I'm still going to be in the truck driving. I'm never going to depend again, because the lesson learned, fellas. I'm not going to depend on my income solely on what my contractors do. I'm never going to be in that position again. I'm never going to put myself in that position again. So I'm always going to have a truck. I'm always going to have a trailer, and I will, whenever the fuck I want, I'm going to fucking run the truck. Period. I'm going to run the truck. So to me, I don't. That's not seems like a big fucking deal. We're truck drivers. There's guys out here that are 70 years old driving truck. They're still hustling. This truck and driving gig is easy, basic shit. Just find the fucking load and do it. What makes it difficult is when you're chasing your ass because your debt is so high or your home expenses are so high that you turn yourself into a slave. When I have contractors and working, that's when I'll just do whatever I want. If I want to go to Washington for a fucking week or 2 weeks, I'll take the truck, go to Washington. That's going to probably pay about $3 to $4 depending on the fucking season or where the market. That's going to pay $3 to $4 to go to fucking Washington. Guess what? I can spend $3 to $4 in Washington. And then guess what? I grab a load and get out of Washington. Like, where do we want to go next? Maybe I want to go to Southern California. Maybe I want to go to Arizona. Maybe I want to go wherever the fuck I want to go. And guess what? There's a truck stop. There's a truck stop there. And guess what? They got hotel rooms. And guess what? They got Turo. They got Uber. They got rental cars. I could do whatever. I could go and do whatever the fuck I want. Wherever the fuck I want. I can run a carrier on a laptop computer. I can run a carrier on my cell phone, matter of fact. So I don't need to be at home. The reason why I was at home, because I didn't have a fucking truck to go wherever I wanted. So I was sitting at the fucking house. If anything, I was sick of sitting at the fucking house. I was bored at home. Even with a carrier of 3 contractors, I was bored at home, doing nothing. Trucking is freedom. Trucking is freedom. I love it. I love everything about this business. I say this 100th goddamn time. I love this industry. There's not a better industry out here than trucking. You can do whatever you want to with it. If you want to stay company, stay company. No one gives a shit. Listen, no one gives a shit about you more than you. Okay? Because I sure as fuck don't. I sure as fuck don't. You give a shit about you more than I do. As you should, right? You shouldn't give a shit what I think. Right? You shouldn't give a shit what I think or what I say. If I call you a company bitch, why are you getting upset? Are you upset because you're a company driver? Are you upset that you're a company driver? Then change it. If you don't want to be a company driver, don't be a company driver. But don't fucking hate me because I call you a company bitch, when in turn you call me a failed carrier or a failed owner operator or failed whatever. You guys could call me that. I can't call company bitches for being company bitches. Why? Why is it only a one-way street here? Because I am authority figure? Is it because I'm an authority figure and I think I should speak to you like, like an authority figure and kiss your fucking ass and make you, feel good about yourself? No, that's not my fucking job. My job ain't your feelings, right? Oof, fog up my glasses. Your feelings is solely based on you. I'm not responsible for your feelings. I'm not responsible for you and how you feel about shit. How you feel about shit's none of my fucking concern, Daddy. It's none of my fucking concern. Take it or leave it, I don't care. I'm just putting the pork chops in the old smoker, Daddy. Hold tight. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you, baby. You're getting way too close-ups. Way too close-ups. You don't need to be up my, well, you are up my nose, but you don't need to be up me. Put that up there. Oh, this is gonna be, these fucking things are gonna be fucking tits, boys. Oh, God, they're gonna be tits. Ooh, baby. Let me turn the camera here. Look at that shit. Those seasonings are spot fucking on, Daddy. Oh. Oh, God. What's the temp at? 186. So we didn't get it quite up to temp. I'd have liked to have gotten it better, but enough time's being wasted. Right? We ain't got time to waste. We got shit to do. But, ugh, that shit's sticky though. That I think that seasoning has a lot of sugar in it. I think is the problem. Let me spray my hands again, Daddy. I think it's got a lot of seasoning. Or sugar, rather. Those are going to be fucking... They're going to be fucking amazing. They're going to be amazing. So you got one beer warm up. Well, that's it. Now check this out. Have you guys seen these? Have you seen this? I don't think you can. It's the old can crusher from the 80s. You remember these? They used to be beige. I painted this one black. See that? Goes down to the garbage can. Huh? Who's the fucking king of shit here? Huh? Who's the fucking king of shit? This guy. This guy, baby. Got a can crusher. Shit, man. I think I picked that up at a Salvation Army or Goodwill or something. I think it was like $5 fucking. You know how expensive those things are? God damn. You company bitches couldn't afford them. That's high dollar shit. I assure you. I assure you. Love them. Love it. But I'm going to say, fuck, I should have waited 4 more minutes. That way it was 9 o'clock. I'm going to say 10, 11. I'm going to say 2 hours. I'm going to say 2 hours. I think those will be done. I'm guessing. And then I'm going to throw them in the oven. And I'll keep it at like 225 until they get to 205. And then they're just going to be, oh, you ain't never had a pork chop sandwich. I should have. They've got fucking pulled ham. They got ham bone or ham with bone in it. They still got those at the grocery store. I should have bought another one of those. But then I figured, oh, fuck, dude. That was 7 hours. 7 hours to do that pulled ham. But the wife couldn't get enough of it. She couldn't get it. It was so fucking good. That ham was so fucking good. But we just had it, and you never want to do something too much because then you burn people out. You just like, ugh, God, this again. Unless it's pizza, but I mean, pizza's always good. But we don't want to get like we had pulled pork, dude, and it was just like, oh God, we've had so much pulled pork, and it's just because it's cheap, dude. It's cheap, and we had so much you just get burned out on pulled pork. And it was shit. And we haven't done a fucking butt this year. We haven't done a pork butt this year. Because we burned our asses out last year. It was like, God damn, fuck, enough already. Enough already. And my brother does a lot of smoking. He smokes a hell of a lot more than I do. And, he'll do pork butt all the fucking time, and it's like, damn, you just get tired of. There's only so many barbecue sauces out there. Pork butt is pork butt, and all the seasoning and shit. I'm over all that. Other than on this, like a pork sandwich, because that's actually going to stay on there, and you're going to eat it. This shit ain't going to build a crust, right? These pork chops ain't going to build a crust on them. I'm not using mustard and all that trash. It's like a pork butt. It's not going to be black and shitty. These fucking pork chops are going to come out perfectly fucking seasoned, perfectly fucking tender. Plain and fucking facts, baby. Fucking facts. You get a pork butt and it's all fucking covered in this hard, crispy, shitty fucking seasoning. I'm done with it. I don't season my ham. I don't season pork. Salt and pepper brisket. Salt and pepper, like a chuck roast where you could get like poor man's burn ends. You could do that. But it's like all this, mustard, this mayonnaise. Oh, you got to have this bonding. Who can? No one's eating that shit. No one's eating it except on a brisket. But no one is slicing. No one's slicing up pork. They tear it apart, right? Ham, yeah. You if you slice ham, yeah, you're fine. But have you? I mean, trust me, I've done it. Have you had a fucking pork butt, shredded it up, and it's you just got all these burnt, nasty, dried up ends on the shreds of pork? Yes, and you don't want that. It's disgusting. Doesn't give it flavor. It doesn't. It doesn't. That fucking bullshit. That's why brisket only has salt and pepper. All this other shit. This is a barbecue rub because I want barbecue rub on the fucking pork chops. Again, it's not going to get burned off. It's not going to turn into a fucking crust of shit. It's going to be edible. It's going to be delicious. But these guys, these pork butts that are covered in shit and then they smoke it. What's the fucking point? Use that seasoning after you shred it. How about that? How about you think about that for a minute? Shred your pork, then put that seasoning on it. Isn't now you're eating it, right? Now you're eating the seasoning. Now you're tasting the seasoning. You're not tasting the seasoning when it's burnt and crustied up and shittied on the fucking outside of anything. Pork butt is bland as shit. Unless you season it after you shred it and then put sauce on. No one is picking at the outside of a pork butt, believe me, because it's tough and nasty and dried out. It's not good. It's not good. Peel that shit off. Like when I do my ham, I don't put shit on the ham. I don't cut the fucking, to make it look like a pineapple. I don't do any of that. Throw the goddamn ham in the smoker and be done with it. Because all that fat is going to start separating from the meat. And then you pull that fat cap off. You pull all that black shit off. And now all you have is fucking ham. No seasoning on it because I didn't put anything to begin with. And all that black, hard, dried up, nasty shit is gone. Pull that fucking bone, slides right the fuck out, and you shred it. Bingo, bango. Make yourself some butter and fucking brown sugar fucking slurry. Pour that on that fucking pulled ham. Shredded ham. Best you'll ever fucking eat. You get that sweet and salty. Best thing you'll fucking ever put in your fucking mouth. Best thing you'll put in your mouth. Other than my tip. Other than my tip. My tip's a little sweet and salty also. Good shit, baby. People get too crazy with the whole YouTube and all these seasonings. It's like if you look at recipe like on Pinterest, right? You look at Pinterest and you look at a recipe. It's got like 15,000 goddamn ingredients. Like you literally have to go to the grocery store and buy half of the goddamn seasonings. And guess what? Your mouth ain't going to taste a single one of those goddamn seasonings. You're not. All they do is they make it complicated. Or, hey, buy my seasoning. I'm using this. I'm doing that. Like, who gives a fuck? You ain't tasting it anyway. Unless you do it after it's already shredded. And then sprinkle your fucking Jesus salts on there. Then do it. But you ain't eating the goddamn crust anyway. The crust is dried up nasty shit. Nasty shit. I don't know why people ruin their fucking meat. They ruin it. Absolutely. And I don't get it. I don't know why anyone would want to do it. I don't know why. What is going on? I got too much. This was only on top chat, so I changed it over to regular chat. Chud the Builder is a plant. They might. I don't know. For division and shit, I don't know. You describe yourself content based on hate and discontent leads to failure. Where have I heard this story? I don't know, James. I don't know where you hear shit, because I don't know where your mind is. Maybe you found it on fucking Pornhub. I don't know what you watch. I don't know what you listen to. I don't know, Daddy. Court won't allow the give us and they'll go money to his bond. Gary, what's going on, baby? What's going on? Somebody put voodoo on that truck. Well, we'll get it. It's going to come back here. Well, I'm hoping by the end of the week, but midweek next week. So maybe Wednesday or something, we should be back in action. You know, I didn't get laid last night, Charles Spray. Oh, goddamn, I missed you. I've missed you. Hurricane Express gives opportunity. It does. To the right person, right? Level up. Just like all these leases, man, not everyone fails at a lease, right? Not everyone fails at a lease. It's that individual. Leases have become too easy. And I think we can all agree on this, right? We can all agree it's too easy. A lease is a shortcut to be an owner-operator. I stand for leases. I like that opportunity. I like people to have that opportunity to be able to purchase a truck without having outstanding credit, without having all this shit. I like it where they can test the waters. Most fail. Why do most fail? Because most failed are just steering wheel holders that don't understand fucking nothing. That's why they fail. If they knew their numbers, if they knew how to fucking do anything, other than the event that dispatching stops, that's out of your control, right? That's out of your control. Because a dispatcher can bankrupt you. You could be as good as you want to be. You could be as good as you possibly can. If you're dispatched, well, you have a potential of fucking or getting fucked without fucking yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's the hard part. I like the leases, like the Schneider lease where you got the load board, you could book your own shit. Perfect. Leasing onto a company that dispatches, that's questionable. That's a questionable lease. Are they 100% failure rate? No, they're not. They're not 100% failure rate. And it gives you an opportunity, because let's say this, without a lease, what are your options? What are your options? How do you become an owner operator? If that's what your goal is, like to build a business, and I want to be an owner operator, I want to have my own carrier or whatever, I want to lease on, I want to be on the spot market. Most company drivers don't even understand what a spot market even consists of, but here nor there. How do you do it as a company driver? Let's say you've been driving for 2 years as a company driver. 2 years as a company driver, you're not going to have any money for like a large down payment, because if you got a down payment for a truck, you're going to get a down payment for a house, right? You're going to prioritize shit, or you're going to buy a new car. You're going to do whatever, right? Because you're a company driver, you get that consistent money coming in every week. Odds are you're going to be spending that. Now, by the time you decide, okay, this company gig isn't enough for me, I need to level up because I'm spending more money than I'm making, and I need to make more money. People are under the perception that you're going to make more money and pay off 99% of the time it's going to be a brand new truck. You're going to make more money and pay for a brand new truck as a lease operator. That's where the failure rate comes in. It's too much expectation. The expectation is that you're going to make more money as a lease operator. You're not. You're not. And that's where you see it all the time. Like, hey, you would have made more money as a company driver. Of course you would. Because you don't have the expenses as a company driver. But how long are leases? 3 to 5 years? Mostly probably 3 or 4 in all reality. That's how long a lease lasts. If you can push through that 3-year lease, and let's say you're at $1,000 a week truck payment, you've given yourself in 3 years $1,000 a week pay increase. Now you have opportunity. You put in your 3 years. At the same time, the company driver who's going to sit and say, I make more money as a company driver than you do as an owner operator, that is a temporary scenario. It's a temporary scenario because that company driver is going to make what, 5 cents more a mile in 3 years, where now this guy is giving himself a pay increase of $1,000 a week and giving himself the opportunity and the freedom to get on the spot market and then run his business as he should be running his business, versus being told like a little company bitch where he's going to go and where he ain't going to fucking go. He's going to be making the same amount of fucking money that he did 3 years ago. You, on the other hand, won't be. You'll be making much more. You're going to have a business, you're going to have opportunity, and more opportunity than you know what to shake a fucking hand at. While the company driver is still being a company bitch. Bitching about his routes, bitching about his dispatcher, pointing fingers at everyone but himself. But you won't be, unless you're a shitbag. And you are under this false presentation that you're going to make more money as a lease operator and pay off a brand new truck. You are a fool. You are a fool. Of course you're going to make less money. Of course you're going to make less money, Daddy. This shouldn't be something new revelation to you. This should be something that should be common fucking sense, but yet it is not. It is not so common. You fucking clowns sign up for these leases. You act like you're fucking owner-operators. You're big time, and I can go home when I want to go home. And where do you fucking go the first place that you go when you get a fucking truck? You go home to show it off. Just like when I leased on with Schneider. They give you a trailer that you got to go get, and that's when then you start pulling loads. And they'll pay you to get that trailer. 90% of everyone that was in my orientation at fucking Schneider, where did they go? Did they go get their trailer? No. Nope. They went home. They went home because they had to show, hey, I'm a big-time owner operator. I'm a big-time owner operator now. I got a brand new truck. And then what happened then? And Schneider gave you like 2 weeks, 3 weeks free truck payment. You didn't have to pay truck payment for 2 or 3 weeks. Where'd they go? They went home. They want all the benefits of an owner-operator, but zero responsibility. Just the benefits. Because that's what they think an owner-operator is. I could do whatever I want. I can go where I want. I can run when I want. I can go home when I want. The reality is not true. Your business dictates when you go home. Can you go home? Can you afford to go home? Because the truck payments don't stop. Insurance doesn't stop. None of the accessorials stop. Can you afford to go home for a week? I don't give a shit how long you've been out. Well, I've been out 6 weeks. I've been out 8 weeks. I don't give a fuck. Do you have enough to stay home for a week? No. Are you going to be, how far in the hole are you going to be when you come out? I'm going to be this much in the hole. Then you can't go home yet. You can't afford to go home. Your business is more important than you are. Your business is more important than you. And until you decide this, because you can't have you and the business, because you can't serve two masters. You can only serve one master. You can't serve two. And that business, that truck, is your master. You work for it. It don't work for you. And unless you're going to fucking work for it, it ain't going to work. Ain't gonna work. You gotta have the mindset that you're gonna fucking power through it. If you can't power through a bad time or a downside of this industry, then you got no business being out here at all, in my opinion. But that's just me. But yes, Hurricane Express gives opportunity to the right person. It's gonna give failures and nightmares to the non-right person. That's a fact. Because it's too easy to get in. No down payment, no this, no that. Easy. That's easy. All you gotta do is put in an application. They accept you. Guess what? Ooh, I'm big time owner operator. I'm a big time owner operator now. If you ain't got the fucking business mindset, you ain't gonna be there long. I will never retire. I'm having too much fun. There you go, Gary. Some people, listen, it's when the only time that you're gonna get out of trucking for most people, because they love it so much, is when the medical card gets expired, or they won't give you a new medical card. That's it. Bankruptcy sucks. No, it doesn't. Chuck, bankruptcy doesn't suck. Going to the court and the trying the process of bankruptcy is a drag. Yes, but bankruptcy doesn't suck. Bankruptcy is not a big deal. Society has turned it into a big deal, but it's not a big deal. Who gives a shit? I mean, Donald Trump's bankrupt how many fucking times? You're saying that it's okay for a billionaire who has hotels that he could sell to pay off his debt. He's got shit he could sell to pay off his debt. That's okay for him to file bankruptcy, but it's not okay for a guy who's trying to give a shot. Like, hey, I'm gonna try to get my fucking dream. It's not okay for that guy to go bankrupt, but it's okay for these billionaires. See, this is where the crabs. You throw a bunch of fucking crabs in a fucking bucket, and you're never going to see a crab get out of the bucket, because every time a crab tries to get out of the bucket, there's another fucking crab trying to pull them down. And that's where you guys are. See, somebody goes up and they're almost at the bucket, but oh, fuck, I got a bankruptcy. Oh, get back down here, bitch. Get back down here, bitch. You're not getting out of this damn bucket. You're going to be as fucking miserable as me. And if you're not, I'm gonna make you more miserable than me. That's what this is what society is. This is what society is. The fact that you give a fuck what somebody else fucking thinks, bankruptcy is not a bad gig. There's a reason for it. That way it gives you an opportunity to take a shot. Take your fucking shot. Don't be scared, oh, I'm going to go bankrupt. Take your fucking shot. Take your fucking shot. Otherwise, why are we doing it? If it's not worth losing everything for, then it's not worth it at all, is it? If it's not worth losing everything for, then it's not worth a shit. Then why bother doing it at all? Because I wasn't born with a fucking house. I wasn't born with a fucking car. I wasn't born with semi-trucks and trailers. I wasn't born with that. I built that. If it all went away, can I not build it again? Can I build it again? Of course, because I built it to begin with. Again, you have to get back up. You're going to get knocked down, but you got to get back up. And if you stay down, you never fail again. You'll never fall again because you're still laying on the ground. You'll never fail again. If that's where you want to be, a non-failure, then do that, Daddy. Do that. I don't want to be that guy. I'm going to get back up. Too many drivers pocket watch others for no reason. Oh, baby. That's a J square. Big time, baby. Big time pocket watching. Absolutely, man. Yep. You basically called Vest a PDF, or PD file. Now you're chopping it up. Oh, who's doing that? How could I ever be claimed to be a PD file? How is that? I'll be 55 in October. No, you're younger than me. Yeah, I am younger. Yep, I'm younger. But Gary, I mean, it's going to be tits. I said his wife said he whipped it out where kids can see. Let me show you. Let me show you what kids can see. Level up. Let me show you what kids can see. Okay, this is where I piss. Okay. Who's seeing it? Who's seeing it, Daddy? Who's seeing it? Who's seeing me piss? Come on. Who's seeing it? The wife is dramatic, okay? She's dramatic. She doesn't care for me pissing outside. But who's seeing it, dude? Who's seeing it? You could do what you do, think what you think, dude. And that's your opinion, and that's fine. But seriously, who's seeing it? Even if there was a helicopter above me, they can't see me because I'm still under the sunroom, dude. I'm still under the sunroom. Even if it was an airplane or whatever, a drone, no one's gonna fucking see it. And I'm in my back fucking yard, 6-foot fence. I could literally sit out here fucking naked. Who's seeing it? But you guys, I mean, not saying you guys, because you don't know. Evidently, obviously, you don't know. So you're going off. Oh, the wife's. Oh, kids are watching. What kids? What kids? And what are they seeing? What are they seeing? James, at 40 years old, should I be looking at women in their 20s or in their 59s? Arabian, I wouldn't fuck with no 20s. They're children. I've always liked older women personally. So I'd be looking at the 59s, to be quite fucking honest. I like older women. I like women that have life experience. A 59-year-old woman is going to be raised by their fucking mother, not not by their babysitter or their teachers, the school. They're gonna be raised by their mother. They're gonna be taught by their mother how to fucking cook and clean and be a woman. Where a 20-year-old is a feminist and she thinks she can do whatever the fuck she wants and do whatever the fuck she wants. Way too much fucking, way too much fucking masculine traits. I would never go with a younger woman. I'm 52 and I wouldn't date a younger woman. I would never date a younger woman ever. I mean, if I was single and you go out on a date just to fucking bang it, yeah, fucking a younger woman's all right. I wouldn't marry one. I wouldn't marry. They're too childish. They're feminazis. They're too busy trying to be a fucking man than they are trying to be a fucking woman that God created them to fucking be. They forget that they were created off of my fucking rib. God created man, then Eve. And then fucking he didn't fucking create the woman to be an equal. Otherwise we would have been created at the same time. We weren't. Women need to know their place. Find a woman who knows their place. If you don't, that's on you. Or you're a simp, like Sean would say, and you want your old lady to have a job so she could pay equal bills and all that shit. And then all you're doing is looking for a woman that's going to give you the fucking lifestyle that you want versus you providing the lifestyle of her. Right? Not saying that a woman is going to get everything they want. They want to be taken care of and they want fucking bills paid. They want to be fed and a roof over their house. That's basic fucking life. Men are okay with that. Shelter, shit, food, bills are paid, all that. The problem is, men start looking over that fucking fence, and they're worrying about what the Joneses are doing, and they want what the Joneses have, or they feel that wealth is having shit, like buying shit. Oh, look at my brand new truck. Look at my brand new car. Look at this. Look at that. Buying shit perceives the idea of wealth. It's not. It's not. It's got nothing to do with nothing. But people want shit. They want to acquire. You're not taking any of this shit with you. When you die, this shit's gone. When you die, someone else is going to be living in your fucking house. Somebody else is going to be driving your goddamn car. And none of it means none of it means it doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean shit. But people strive to have it. That's the problem with society, is that we used to just have log homes, modest fucking log homes. Now we got to have all this crazy shit. Like, when people were actually have kids, right? When people were actually having kids, they still had a small house. We have people that are building 5-6 bedroom homes, six bedroom, 6 bath homes for them and themselves. Maybe one child. Does it make sense? When people were having 5 or 6 kids in their fucking house, they had a loft, and then in that loft, the kids stayed up in the loft. Now we're building 5 or 6 bedroom homes for a couple who has maybe a kid. Why? Because it's all that greed. It's that covenant of money, is what it is. I don't give a shit about money. I don't. There's other things that I appreciate so much more than a dollar. I don't care about money. And it's not because I don't care about money because I ain't got it. Because even when I do have it, I don't spend it. You know, I just don't care. A bill is a bill, a debt is a debt. But I'm not buying shit crazy. I go into debt because the business requires it to do that. It is what it is. When I had contractors, was I buying crazy shit? Was I buying expensive, over the top shit? No, never once. Lost his steer tire sitting on the highway waiting for Goodyear service, and a tornado came through. 5K in repairs. Stuart, how the fuck do you get 5K? Oh, because of the tornado? Ah, we. Phrase me, what's going on, Daddy? You have to stand on things you say, but you're right. People change. Absolutely, Chuck. I mean, if you're still harboring on this mastic card or what, I mean, if you're still harboring on shit, dude, just let it go. Just pray to God tonight that hate and discontent and you feeling that you have the power to hold people accountable is your job when it's not your job. You can't hold judgment of an individual. That's God's job. Pray that he takes that false sense of uh, like your calling, right, and your responsibility. Have him take that away from you, dude. Ask him to take that away from you. That judgmental shit that's in your soul. Ask him to take that away from you because it's not for you to do. It's not for you to do. What part of your life is comfortable when you're inside, you're frowning and gritting your teeth, the gnashing of teeth, worried about what another man is doing? I mean, for real. Why are we so worried about what another man is doing that we gnash our teeth and we say things we shouldn't say? I've done that, and I pray for forgiveness every fucking time I do it. But praying for forgiveness and continuing to do it isn't, you're not going to be forgiven for that. You're not going to be forgiven for that. But sometimes the devil pops its head in. Sometimes the devil pops its head in. And he's going to have control of you. But if you live your life judgmental and so concerned what everyone else is doing, how can you change what's going on in your life if you're always consumed what somebody else's life is? How can you? How can you perform better in your own life if you're wasting all that energy worrying about somebody else's life? How do you get better? All that energy wasted. All that energy wasted. That if you put half that energy in helping other people, doing good things for other people, doing good things for yourself, taking care of yourself, setting up goals for yourself to achieve, that's what makes you a better human being. You being the fucking pit boss on YouTube and keeping everyone in check on YouTube, or you think you're the pit boss, and that you're going to make everybody accountable for everything that they say on YouTube. You're wasting your time, dude. You're wasting your time. Because the reality is this: your opinion don't fucking matter. Right? Your opinion don't mean shit. Does it? Does it? Your opinion ain't gonna change no one's goddamn life. And hate breeds hate. Plain and simple. Hate breeds hate. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense, Daddy. You know? And are you going to keep me to stand on the things I say? Who are you to make me accountable? Who are you? Because I know you're not Jesus Christ, right? Am I supposed to pray to you, Chuckles? Am I supposed to ask forgiveness from you? That I'm worried about your judgment? I'm not worried about your judgment, Chuck. The fact that you're wasting your time judging me when you could be spending that energy doing something else, that might be more of an interest, you know? Did you know it's legal to be naked on your property in Illinois? You can just be visible. Oh, you just can't be visible from the road. There you go, shop fees. But I'm a pedo, baby. Yeah, because I believe that children are going to be turned on by me peeing. Like, oh God, I want that in my mouth. I mean, if I'm neighbors to shop fees, that's potential. But how is that? Is that grooming? Desensitizing them to see a 52-year-old penis peeing? Like, they ain't seen their daddy piss? They, I mean, what are we talking about? Like, they're going to see through the goddamn fence? It's ridiculous. No, they couldn't see. I just showed you the fucking property that no one's seeing shit. I mean, that's just reality. Goodness. How you doing? Did you get laid last night? Charles Spray, I already answered that. No. Good price on Coach's truck? I don't know. I don't know what Coach's deal is. I paid off a brand new 2022 lease, Freightliner Cascadia. There is rules for leasing. Control the asset. Rule number 1. Absolutely, Daddy. Absolutely. When are you getting back on the road? Hey, Vec, I'm thinking they're supposed to call me later today. All the parts are in. They're assembling it now. So it should be shortly. Should be shortly. I never made 6K net. As a company driver, I could dial up 6K anytime I want. Exactly. Freight Swami, that's what I'm talking about. Company drivers can bitch at lease operators because they want lease operators to fail. That way they feel more successful and safer in their own job, their own career choice, right? They're afraid and they don't have it in them to do lease purchases. They want to see everyone who tries it fail. That way I don't need to try because I've seen everyone else fail. So I don't need to do lease because I don't want to fail or I'm not going to be a failure. So they don't do it. Yet people still, they know, right? Everyone knows about Hurricane. Everyone knows about Schneider. Everyone knows about Prime. Everyone knows about Swift. But people do succeed and pay off that truck. Some people do. It ain't for everybody. But that don't mean it ain't nobody. It don't mean it ain't nobody. It just ain't you. You know? So Freight Swami, absolutely. And that's, but can you say, oh, company driver, oh, I make more money as a lease out? Yes, not for now you do. For now you make more money as a company driver. But once you get to Freight Swami and finish that lease, he could dial up 6K anytime I want. That's a fact. You know? You got to work harder, a lot harder than a company driver. Absolutely. It's more mental than it is just holding a steering wheel waiting for your next dispatch. I don't work hard. I work smart. Know your numbers. I like 3.28 cent per mile, I think. It covers a lot, and I'm happy with $1 a mile profit on all miles. There you go, Freight Swami. $1 a mile profit. You do 3,000 miles, $3,000. Post a 7K deposit with my lease truck back in the day, and the heads exploded. That's it. And they will. Because they don't like to see success. They like to see failures, you know? Flatbed Mafia, Jesus sees it. Jesus sees me what? Taking a shit in the morning? He sees me shitting in. I'm not committing a sin by peeing outside. You know, fucking plumbing has, outhouses, when did they start? I mean, God's been seeing people piss forever. Lift a leg like a dog. Yep. James Dent believes level up, wins are quick. Terry and Ark should all apologize to you. Why would Terry apologize to me? Terry's my girl. Is Terry saying things about me also? That's unfortunate. Single moms, they make breakfasts in the morning. Single moms do freight, but this is the deal. I wouldn't marry a woman who's already had children with another man, only because she's already given the best of her to another man and couldn't fucking save that. So her choice of men are slim to poor, zero. They're not worth a shit. And she gave her best to another man. So why would you invest in a woman who have children? I'm not interested. So Nope, not interested. I grew up in a family of 15, poor as hell. I miss those days. Freight Swami, they seemed to be simpler days though, didn't they? Did they seem like simpler days? Because they were, but were they? You know. You just did it 5 days ago, you hypocrite. Listen, hypocrite's a fact of life, elite. And you're right, I did. And listen, that's my sin to fucking bear. And that's shit that I apologize to you. I apologize to everyone that was watching it. I apologize. I got out of hand. It got out of hand. I apologize. You know? It's just I should never have come back. Randall should never have fucking woke me up and brought me back down. I didn't want to fucking come back down. So I was up in my feelings. I was irritated, and I lofted at you, and I apologize. I apologize. How about I try to, elite, practice everything I'm preaching now. I try to, elite, but sometimes I stumble. Sometimes I stumble. You know, it happens. And it ain't because I like running out here with no fucking regret, because I absolutely do. I don't want to be that fucking guy, but sometimes I end up being that guy. But I don't want to. I don't want to. And I apologize. Randall can see you, PP. Of course he can. OTR, he relishes on it. He loves it. The only problem I have leasing, most companies you don't see real rates you can pay. They pay you whatever they deem fair. And Havoc, that's absolutely 100%. Like Schneider, even Schneider does it, which is unfortunate. And Schneider gives you 65% of that load. But guess who? Guess who Schneider gets those loads from? Schneider National. Schneider National, or Schneider themselves, gives it to Schneider National at whatever rate, because Schneider, as the broker, sells it to Schneider National, which as a lease driver, you're leased onto Schneider National. And then, so they sell it to whatever they want to sell it to with Schneider. Now you get 65% of that money. You are not getting 65% of the true rate. And that's why they don't show you rate cons. They don't show you what the customer's paying. They can't prove anything. They literally pay you enough to be successful, but not too successful. Because if you're too successful, majority of people, let's just say, if the majority of the people are making too much money, guess what happens? They go home. And when they go home, freight's not getting ran. They don't want you to go home. So they give you enough to do it, but don't give you enough to go home. You know what I'm saying? So you can't spend, you get one, it's the same as company shit. Company mentality is, if you're out 1 week, you get 1 day off. And that's the way it should be with a lease. You get 1 day off for every week that you're out. Plain, simple. But people want to be out 2 weeks and home a week, or 3 weeks, be home a week. And you've only earned 3 days off. That's the downfall. That's the problem. I spent $25K on a truck and put $22K in repairs in 4 months, and now it's like new, and my bills were still paid. And then Joshua Blankely, that's just it. You spend $25K on a truck, you put 22 in repairs in 4 months. Guess what? Now you got a $47,000 piece of equipment. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Because you do. Because the shit that you repaired is not likely to going to be an every month or every week situation. It's going to be a one-time, maybe a two-time deal your entire career. You're not going to do it every day. So yeah, you buy a $25,000 truck, it's already going to have $22,000 worth of repairs required. Doesn't mean 100% of it needs to be fixed today, but eventually when you get the money, it needs to be fixed in a timely manner. And you did it in 4 weeks. It didn't just all of that break in 4 weeks. Some of those things were already there. But I think, no, that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. What about the lease purchase companies that fuck with numbers and affect your weekly settlements? Again, that's you. If you see that happens, then you got to bounce. Uh, YouTube is a powerful tool out here of leases. Unfortunately, you have people that are or fucking recruiting, and they've only been there for a week, or like fuck, what's his face was doing it the day he didn't even get in his truck yet, and he was fucking promoting it. Like you ain't even ran a single fucking load yet, and you're promoting this company. You got to look at people that have a little bit of tenure in the position that you want. But see contracts change, because if you look at Nomadic Brit, he's a lease operator at Schneider, and he does tanker. He's got a great deal going, and he's very successful at what he's doing there. But the reality is that he doesn't have the same contract as a lease operator as if you were to lease on with Schneider. You're not going to get the same contract that Brit has. So there's a handicap. Brit could be out here promoting and recruiting, but he knows that you're not going to get the same deal as him. So it's difficult for someone to fucking recruit for opposite situations. You can't have a special deal and then recruit people when you have a special deal, because your success isn't going to be equal to someone else's success, because you don't have the same deal as everyone else has. So your success means nothing. You know what I'm saying? Fran, what's going on, baby? Good seeing you. If they fuck with your weekly settlements, listen, a lot of people get into this thinking, oh, well, I'll just work my ass off and I'll get a paycheck. You have to understand what your expenses are. Run the numbers. It's simple math, folks. It's very simple. It's basic math. Adding, dividing, fucking multiplying. It's simple. It's basic fucking math. If you can't figure out whether or not you can make it off of what your home expenses are, then what's the problem? Like, that's the problem. If you can't figure out your basic expenses and how much money you need to make to pay your home bills, and what that rate per mile is supposed to be, and all the expenses that are required in a lease purchase, and if you can't run those numbers, you got no business running the business. You got no business doing it. Because it's not just driving. You just can't drive yourself out of a problem. You have to know what it is. You got to know where the problem is, because you can't fix it otherwise. So you just can't say, I'm just going to run and run. How do I get 50 subscribers? Do videos. Post videos. You look like Jim Root from Slipknot, the band. I don't know about that, Seth. I don't know who that is. Doesn't matter. You will only know the true rates when you're the one negotiating the loads with customers. Brokers, companies are not going to give you the real rates. I don't care if you get a rate con. Exactly. Oh, I agree. Can you do me a huge favor and fart into the mic? I'm not gassy. So yeah, unlike you, I can't fart in command, Derek. I can't fart on demand. I wish I could, but I came in late. So should I lease a truck from Tel? I don't know Tel. TEL? I don't know. I don't know leases, dude. I did a lease with Schneider for 3 months, and I went and I bought my own truck. So I'm not the know-it-all of leases. All I know is that with the people that I watch do leases, they don't understand what the fuck they're getting into, because everything seems to be a surprise. It seems to be a big surprise when they fail. That's just the amazing part of it all, is they're completely fucking clueless. But that's on them. But I'm not a lease. Like I said, I was a lease operator for 3 months with Schneider. I bought a truck. I didn't go home a lot. I worked my ass off to do it, and people shit on me for it. Small-minded goes nowhere. Josh, listen, nobody wants to buy a truck and live in the truck, but that's what you have to do. If you buy a coffee shop, your mind is in the coffee shop all day long. If you're a CEO of anything, your mind is about it all the time. Otherwise, you're not going to be successful, right? Trucking is your life, just like Walmart's your fucking life, or fucking coffee shops your fucking life, or whatever business that you're in is it's your life. You know, people are out here selling fucking bread, dude. They're selling sourdough bread, $10 a loaf. You don't think that they're fucking thinking about their goddamn bread and how they can figure out how to make more loaves so they can make more money? You don't think that they're, or do you think they wake up and only make 5 loaves a day? No, they're trying to figure out how they're going to get more income. They're going to try to figure out how they could do it better or easily or easier. They're always thinking about their business. But when you're a company driver, or you're an employee rather, you ain't got to worry about shit. All you got to worry about is that the CEO is doing his job good enough so you can keep your job. That's all you got to worry about. You got to worry about what the CEO is doing. Well, you're not going to lose sleep over what the CEO does, right? They can run that company into the ground. The only thing that affects you is that, well, you're now unemployed. But you're not taking your work home with you because it's just a job. It's just a job. But CEOs, it's not just a job. It's a business. It's your business. It's your legacy. It's what is potentially could be given off to your family, your kids, anyone. You can bring in people from your family into the organization. You can't do that as an employee. You're not leaving anything to anyone as an employee. Because when you stop working, you stop earning. A business, you can stop and still make money. But again, not everyone is up to the task. And not everyone's up to it. Not everyone can do it. So I'm not trying to fucking, shit on a parade of employees. Listen, some employees are meant to be fucking employees. Not everyone has that entrepreneurial fucking spirit. They don't want to work for free. But as a business owner, you are literally, in some cases, working for free. Period. And do you have that capability? Will you work for free? A lot of people are saying, no, I'm not working for free. Well, then you're an employee. You got an employee mindset. Nothing wrong with it. Be that guy. But don't shit on other people that are trying to get away from that. Numbers don't lie, absolutely. Shut your cock holster and drink some beer. You're right, Windsor. Where is my beer? Cheers, Windsor. Hopefully you're at home. Hopefully you're at home, Windsor. If you are, I hope you're mowing your fucking lawn and weed eating around that Mustang. Are you deleting the truck? No, absolutely not, Gary. Absolutely fucking not. There's too many negative things that happen to the truck when you delete. Unless you just have a chronic problem. And so don't say, I'll never delete, because Chuck will say, you said you'd never delete, now you're deleting. Listen, I don't want to be held accountable by fucking Chuck. But I prefer not to delete. Even with a 680 and this Peterbilt, I've had zero issues with after treatment. Yes, you're going to change a knock sensor. You're going to do that, right? I have never baked a filter. I've never replaced a filter. I do run fuel locks on the Peterbilt religiously. I run fuel locks. I've had literal zero issues with the after treatment since I've gotten it. Zero. I've spent $0 on after treatment. I have no reason to delete. Now, if it becomes a basket case where it just loses its fucking mind, then yes. But that is a last resort. That's a last resort. It is not my initial frame of thought. I don't want to delete the truck because these engines aren't set up to run deleted. There are sensors that you lose those sensors when you do a delete. And those sensors keep the truck from burning to the fucking ground. And you lose those sensors. Now, can you replace those sensors? Yes. You could. But are people doing it? No. They're not. Will you get more horsepower out of a delete? Absolutely. And the problem is the temperature of that engine while it's doing it. That's the problem. But People can argue yay or nay. I'm against it. If you talk to anyone that does rebuilds, you watch TikTok and Instagram and all these guys, you got Hack Nation, you got the guy in what's his name, Steve in Salt Lake or in Utah. You got Jake in Southern Illinois. You got that other dude in Southern Iowa, and they'll all fucking tell you. And these guys do it for a living. They don't do deletes, and they'll tell you that they will see an engine rebuild with more miles that aren't deleted than the ones that are deleted. So if you have a truck that coming in for a rebuild and it's got a delete, odds are it's going to have a lot less miles on it than a truck that came in without a delete. So just off of that experience alone, of experienced people, I'm not talking about the fucking guys out here that's had, I've had deleted trucks forever and I've never had them. I don't give a fuck about your fucking opinion. I care about people that have rebuilt engines and understand the fucking engine, the chemistry of the engine, the engineering of the engine, everything. And when they say don't delete and they don't delete the engine, I'm going to listen to them. I'm not going to listen to a guy or any person, individual, woman, man, or child that says, I've never had a problem with my, I don't give a fuck. That's one instance. That's one instance. Where the majority, and these are builders, not drivers, they say don't delete. Well, then I don't delete. That's me. If I wanted a non-emission truck, then I buy a non-emission truck. That's it. That's it. If I want one, I'll get one. I don't want to delete my truck unless it absolutely requires it. Like this thing is just a basket case and that nothing I do will fix it, then yes, delete it. Get rid of it. But do I delete it as soon as I have one issue come up? Absolutely not. Do you have the old videos of you when you were talking about business? Those videos help me with cash versus credit. Freight Swami, I do have those. They're on my MacBook. I could download them and then repost them. I don't know if that, like, a lot of that information has changed a little bit. The cash versus king, the cash versus credit, that's basic. That's the same. That hasn't changed. But like your authority, a lot of the other videos, they're not all that, they're not accurate anymore. It's a different ball game. Exactly. You don't worry about a company or broker is making. All you need to know is what you need to run your truck and to make profit. Absolutely. Did you see Jason Pote's new truck? He'll have a nice ride for 3 months. I have not seen it. Has he posted it? I have not seen it. When people try to recruit me to drive for the company they work for, I ask them what the referral bonus that they're getting. Most go at the time, I bet it's a significant amount. And that's just it, J Squared. It's $2,500. And listen, some people, they go to the lease, they do this referral. Why? Because they're trying to get their truck payment by them. The reality is that recruiters are fucking with people's lives. I hate to fucking say it, but recruiters fuck with people's lives. Because someone has faith in you and they believe in you and they trust that you did your homework. Then so you're at this lease. Oh, it must be a good idea because so and so is at this lease. So then you sign up for the lease and then so and so leaves, leaving you holding the fucking bag. Like, wasn't this lease good enough that you talked me into it? Now it's a piece of shit. You're fucking with people's livelihood because quitting a job isn't easy. Leasing onto another fucking company is what? 3 days orientation. Sometimes they pay for transportation. Sometimes they don't. 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to be losing a week or two of revenue. You're fucking with people's lives so you can get $2,500, $2,000, $1,500, $800. You're fucking with people's lives because the reality is this. If Hurricane or Hirschbach or Schneider or Swift or any of these guys were the best that was out here, they wouldn't need recruiters. They wouldn't need recruiters. If they were the fucking best, no-brainer option, and everyone was successful, TMC being one of them, any of these fucking places, they wouldn't be needing recruiters. They wouldn't need recruiters. And I should want people to want to get work where I am because I feel it's a good deal. But then 6 months later, I'm leaving now. What happened? What happened that now you're leaving? Why are you leaving? Oh, because it ain't that great of a deal. Oh, but I thought you were smart. I thought you knew everything. Now you're quitting? Well, it ain't what I thought it was. Okay. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with this recruiting nonsense at all. Actually, I fucking hate it. I truly do fucking hate it. I think it's taking advantage of people trying to become an owner operator that are desperate to be an owner operator, but they don't know where to go because they don't know the questions to ask. They don't know the numbers. They don't know how to do their numbers. So they just follow somebody, like say Wildbeard, and I'm just going to follow where Wildbeard goes because he seems to be pretty on point, pretty smart guy. And then what's Wildbeard do? He leaves Hirschbach 5 different fucking times probably, and now he's a fucking prime. What are we doing? But it's the 2500. It's a business. YouTube is a business. To take advice, you can ask for advice, but to take the advice, right? You can always ask, but you're the final decision maker in your fucking life. You can always ask for advice, ask for an opinion, but you definitely don't have to fucking take it. You don't have to fucking take it. That's on you. If you get scuttlebutted into a fucking lease or a job because somebody said it was a good deal, that's on you. That's on you. But I just prefer not to see anyone do any referral, honestly. Your success is referral enough. Your success and happiness at a fucking company should be sufficient enough for someone to say, hey, I want to work where he's working. He's having a good time. He's not a negative person. He's highlighting his fucking day. I would like that. I would like that. And then in turn, you put down his driver's name or driver's fucking number and then give him the credit for it because, hey, you encouraged me or influenced me to go to your carrier or to go to where your company is. If I'm out here just trying to sell you on everything, I just think it's bullshit. It's just my opinion. I think recruiters are fucking shitbags. They're just looking, it's just another money grab, you know, just another money grab. Scary part is the balloon payment. They can decide whatever they want at the end to charge you. Well, up front they can, over time. They can't do it after the fact, you know. They fail because they call themselves lease ops. Don't know their damn title. CDN, OGJB, know this. With all the fraud and issues, brokers don't want one truck MC number carriers. If you're in the game with the relationships, you may survive. Growers, what multi-truck carriers? CDN, I get it. It's going to be difficult to get your own authority out here. I believe that's just my opinion. Other people believe different. I think it's going to be more difficult to get your own carrier. I've been out here for a minute, CDN, so trust me, if they need the load ran, they need the load ran. There's more loads than trucks, so they can claim to be that choosy. I'm not doing it. We're not working with you. My phone hasn't stopped ringing since I've been home. So I'm going to have plenty of fucking work. One truck carrier, I'm not going to have an issue. As far as having relationships with brokers, no. I have relationships with brokers. I don't have relationships with agents because I run all over the fucking place. So TQL, Ryan Trans, anybody that I'm going to get a load from, there's a couple agents I'll talk to because they're the owner of the carrier or the brokerage. So they're the owner because it's a small brokerage. I'll talk to him on certain loads that I want if I'm in that area. But otherwise, if I do any of these bigger they don't have the fucking load. It's somebody else's load. So to build a relationship with a carrier or with an agent means nothing. It don't do me any fucking good. And one, I don't like TQL calling me, blowing my fucking phone up every day. I don't want it. I don't want your goddamn relationship. I don't. I don't need my phone blown up every goddamn day trying to figure out where the fuck I am, or hey, we got a load here. I'm not fucking there, dude. I'm not fucking there. So stop fucking. I can find my own goddamn loads. I don't need brokers fucking calling me. Kiss my fucking ass. I don't need them. There's fucking million of them out there. I'll take what I want when I want it, going where I want it. I'm not going to have my dick led into going to places I don't want to fucking go because I don't want to ruin my relationship with my agent. Fuck the agent. I don't need them. I don't need them. And maybe you know, CDN, maybe you're not working with people like new authority. But you will when you need that shit moved. You will, right? You will. Because if the customer ain't happy, you ain't happy. And if, you know, if the shit needs to move, what are you going to tell them? Hey, I can't find a good driver for it. Well, then I'll find a broker who has a better appeal for drivers. Right? So the broker's still got to get rid of the fucking load. They could be picky as long as they want to on fucking Monday for a Friday load. They could be as picky as they fucking want to. But come Friday, they get a little less picky, if you know what I mean. They become a less picky. But they could be picky as all the fuck they want on Monday. But come fucking Friday, that's when my phone blows the fuck up. And then I'm going to make you pay for it. Multiple videos on YouTube about Hurricane, about them fucking the numbers. How can you say their deal is good? Because they've changed that. You know, before they only had like $2,000 for 5 weeks or 6 weeks. Now they got $2,000 for life. So contracts do change for the betterment of the contractor. But where does that money come from? Does that money then in turn come from the rate per mile that they're paying now versus what the rate per mile was paying before? Because if you have to have a guarantee, is there obligations to get that $2,000 guarantee? Do you got to, you know, stay out so long, get so many miles? I mean, what are the ties? Like, there is no guarantees, right? Because you're not guaranteed to fucking get it. You might do something that now you don't get it, so it ain't a guarantee now, is it? No, it's not. Because it's not a salary. You just don't have to show up. Rabbi, I'm experiencing anti-Semitism. Well, that's why, I mean, you're a Jew, so of course you're going to feel that. You know. Girly pop. You're not going to be able to stop driving. I don't care to, Chuckles. When I want to stop driving, I'll stop driving and get a real job. I'll go do something else. I don't give a fuck. What again, what's it matter to you? What's it matter to you? Or do you just want to pop my balloon because God forbid if I have a smile on my face thinking, hey, in 5 or 10 years, I want to be out of the truck and just drive whenever I want to? Do you think that you're discouraging me of reaching my goals by saying I'm never going to get out of the truck? What effect does that have on you, Chuck? Why are you so negative, man? You ought to talk to the Jew in here and do something. You know, fucking find Jesus. Jew won't because Jew doesn't believe in Jesus, but find something. Find God and fucking do something in your soul about your fucking hate and discontent, you know. That's what you should do, Chuckles. I mean, for real. It's Taliel, the subsidiary of Super Ego Blue Sky. Oh, I wouldn't fuck with those clowns. Anybody that's working for those guys that are still working there, they're idiots. They're idiots. Why would you work for any of them? You know, all company drivers don't make any money either. They don't teach them how to make money. You have to learn on your own. Exactly. They hop all over the place because they haven't learned to make money. No, that's just it. You got to learn to make money. You can't depend on the company to give it to you. Otherwise, just stay company. What's your opinion on going 75,000 miles between oil changes? I wouldn't do it. And I explained this the other day on Zello. The whole reason for the 75,000 is because you have to think of the manufacturer when they look at trucks. Like, do we want a Cascadia? Do we want a Volvo? Do we want an International? What truck do they want? What they're going to have is they're going to have this prioritized list of the cost of maintenance, the cost of owning it, the cost of operation. And oil changes obviously aren't getting any cheaper. They're going to raise that to say that, hey, we do oil changes, so that's that much less cost, annual costs of maintaining that vehicle. That's why they do it. Now I will say this with Detroit, for all you guys that own Detroits, because Detroit is definitely a 75,000 mile oil change. If you know this, you know this, and if you don't know this, then heed notice, because I'm going to guarantee you there ain't but nobody I've fucking told knows it. The Detroit filter, right? The Daimler filter, Detroit filter is a 4-micron filter. 4-micron filter. That gives you the ability to go that 75,000 miles per se. Per se. But when you're going to TA and you're going to fucking Loves and you're going to Speedco, what filter are you getting? You're getting a Fleet Guard. Do you know what the micron filtration of a Fleet Guard is? 12 to 20 micron. 12 to 20 micron filter. Which also with the Daimler, even with the Daimler with a 4 micron, which is a good filter. That's a good filter. Has a 4 micron filter. It also has a bypass outlet. So that when that filter gets full, guess what it does? It bypasses. It bypasses through the filter and it just shoves all that dirty oil back into the engine. It doesn't filter anything anymore. So could you do 75,000 oil changes? Yes. How often are you changing the filters? How often are you changing the filters? That's what you need to maintain. That's what you need to do. Because I've got the OPS. OPS is a 3 micron filter. How often do I change my oil? I really don't. But I do change filters. So in that 75,000 miles, how often are you changing those filters? Because if that 4 micron filter gets clogged up, it is bypassing the filter altogether, and now you're just flowing dirty oil throughout your engine. Now, that's up to you. Do you know this? Do you know this? Because if you don't know this, and you're getting Fleet Guard filters that have a 20 micron, up to a 20 micron filter rating, and you're going 75,000 miles on oil changes, that engine is not going to last long. Those bearings won't last long. So know your trade and know your business and know your equipment. You go by the fucking, you read what you want to read in your owner's manual. You got to read between the fucking lines. Understand what you're working with and understand what you have. And this shit will be tough lessons if you don't. These will be tough lessons if you don't. So if you didn't know that a Detroit filter is 4 micron, you're not alone. You're not alone. There's a lot of people that don't fucking know half of dick of anything that they fucking have. They don't fucking know it. And you're not alone if you didn't know that. The PDF and SCR systems are easy to delete. If you leave the EGR and cooler, things usually work. Usually work fine. Exact overtime. Usually. Not always. West Coast, what's up? Wild Beer is famous for this, and Hirschbach and Prime. Absolutely. Absolutely. Remember, Pope used to shill for Super Ego? Yep. Yep. You fuck up your life, you should be reading what you're signing. If you don't understand it, then maybe you shouldn't be an owner op. Exactly. Steel trucker, facts. Didn't TMC buy Schneider flatbed? No, I don't believe they did, Gary. Though they may have. I have not heard. I have not heard. It's crazy how many owner ops lease drivers can't self dispatch. Again, why would you want to get into a business that takes up most of your time and have to put into the truck what profits you've made? Chuck, it's not about the money. That's what you need to understand, Chuck. It's not about the fucking money. It's in the pride of doing it and having it. See, I would rather work for myself for 20,000 a year than work for someone else for 100,000. I'm not about the fucking money. I don't fucking care. I don't care about the money. So, but see, if that's all you're concerned with, Chucks, is what your profits are, then you need not apply, right? The money will come, right? Patience is a virtue. Money will come. I'm not concerned, dude. You are driven by fucking money. I'm driven by the power of it, the control of it. That's what I'm consumed by. The control of I'm creating my own shit. I'm not dependent on someone else's shit. That's my drive, Chuck. Your drive might just be the dollar, but your dollar will be capped, right? Your dollar will be capped. But you also heard the other guy, trucking Somali or Samoa, whatever. He says he could pull 6K anytime he wants. You can't. You can't. So yeah, it's gonna be. You don't do it for the fucking money. You do it for the game. You do it for the game. Because if it's all about money, if you can't afford to like be in the red for a month and you didn't make anything, then you're in the wrong game. I've made zero fucking dollars for the 2 months I've been down. And I'm probably going to have a $45,000 fucking bill when I'm done with this. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm not controlled by fucking money. I know I'll make money. I know I'll make money. It's a fucking fact. I'll be okay. And guess what? What if I'm not okay, Chuck? Then I'll file bankruptcy and I'll go work where you work. Chuck, I'll work where you work. If I file bankruptcy, I'll ask you and I'll give you the referral codes and I'll work for you until I build up enough base that I could come out here and do it again. I'll do it again, Chuck. I'll work wherever you work. When I fail and I have to file bankruptcy, I'll come work with you, Chuck. Good morning, 21. Even if you have a dispatcher, it's still up to you to take the good load or the bad load. So that's not an excuse for not making money. Why do you back the guys that recruit such as Coach? Why do I back them? Native, I don't back Coach because you won't hear me. Me backing Coach is me recruiting you to go to Hurricane. Or me recruiting you to go to fucking Hirschbach. That's me backing Coach. Me being friends with Coach, I'm not in his business and he ain't in my business. So I'm not recruiting for him. So to say that I'm backing him, how am I backing him? How am I backing him? Because I'm friends with him? I feel personally responsible if someone puts my name down to teach them what I know, and I've been at USA Truck 6 years. Yeah, show all my data. There you go. You're at 6 years. You're a guy I would talk to if I would get your opinion because you've been there 6 years. I don't need someone's opinion who's still in the honeymoon stage because it's always great, right? It's always great the first few weeks. It's after that. Because I'm sure at USA Truck that you've seen good times and bad times, but you powered through the bad times, got back to the good times, and then, hey, I can live with this fluctuation. Some people can't live with the fluctuation. It's got to be good times all the time. They're never going to take a hit. They're never going to take a loss. And they're never going to get built up again. They will leave. They will leave as soon as they see any troubled waters. They leave. And, well, that's not very encouraging. I'm not talking about you. It's other carriers who don't have personality. You could talk. You would be surprised how many drivers can talk professionally. And, well, CDN, that's the problem. One, you got Ebonics out here. Not against all you black folk, but you might want to fucking learn how to fucking speak English if you want somebody to take you seriously. Foreigners, I mean, having a foreign dispatcher is not going to work in your favor much anymore. No, you got to be able to talk the game. You got to understand what you have. What are you bringing to the fucking table? Because if all you're bringing is a dollar amount, well, anybody could throw a dollar amount out there. What are you bringing to the table? What value are you bringing to the table that the broker wants to work with you? If you can't prove it, if you can't provide any value, then you're just another guy throwing numbers trying to get something to stick. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Smooth Trucker, what's going on, baby? Got 9700 from Nashville to Spokane, Washington. I love it. I would love that fucking load, Freight Swami. I want to get to Washington. In my opinion, brokers are pyramid schemes. Steel Trucker, the broker's going to move the load for whatever you need to run it for, right? You're in control of that. Do brokers lose money on loads? Abso-fucking-lutely they do. That's why when they have someone weak that isn't a good negotiator, takes that load, that gives them room for the next guy. So let's say if I got 5 loads, and I've got them quoted out at $2,000 a piece, and I'm selling them, and maybe one guy takes one for $1,700, one guy takes one for $1,800, and most of them are going for $1,900. Let's say most of them are going for $1,900. But now I've made $250 more than what I would normally sell that load for, and now I've got one left. And I got one guy who says, I need $2,200 to run that load. Guess what? I'll give him $2,200. Why? Because or let's say he asked for 25. Let's just say he says, I want 25. And you got to get rid of the load. I'm going to give him for 25. Why? Because I'm already $250 up for the other 2 guys that fucking lowballed themselves. And I'm going to keep the customer satisfied. And am I going to keep the customer satisfied? Absolutely. So if you think a broker never loses, you're wrong, because they do lose. But that's on you. That's on you. And they still have insurance. They still got back office. They got to play for the DAT to be able to post their loads. They still have expenses. They still have expenses. And let alone like C.H. Robinson's, all these guys that got offices and they got fucking money coming out their asses. You make C.H. Robinson rich. Solely you. Solely you. So they're not losing, but do they make money on every load? No. There's sometimes they'll lose money on a load to keep that customer happy. Curtis, what's up, you sexy bitch? Micron sounds small like your penis. Again, earthworm. My penis, I mean, how can I be a PD file if my penis is that small? I mean, I almost should be sitting down to piss. I'm that small. I mean, it just looks like a big clit. I mean, in reality. Tennessee Trucker, what up? The owner of Hurricane just offered a $55,000 truck with no balloon payment at the end. 389 trucks. 389 trucks? Yeah, good luck with them. Good luck with them. It's a lifestyle he doesn't understand. Absolutely, dude. Trucking isn't work. Trucking, listen, if you've got a family at home and you got a wife at home and you got all this shit, you got a fancy car that you want to drive, and you got friends that you want to hang out with every fucking day, and you want to have you want to have all this shit, then have all that shit. Have all that shit. But I've got my wife with me. My kid's 24 years old. Sitting at home for 2.5 months, been sitting at the fucking house. We're going stir crazy. We can't wait to get back on the fucking road so we can get the fuck out of here. That's just the mindset of it. Some people will be like, oh, I just want to sit on my ass all fucking day for 2 goddamn months drinking beer and acting a fool on fucking YouTube, and you act as if that's something good. I'm going fucking stir crazy fucking with all this downtime. This, when you're on the fucking road, it's a challenge every day, and there's benefits every day. Benefits of booking loads, getting paid for loads. It's just, where are we going next? And it's just a win, 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 win scenario. And then you have your challenges where you have breakdowns, but you overcome those challenges. Now it's a victory. There's nothing better than this industry. There's nothing better than this industry than being a fucking owner operator, honestly. This gig is the best fucking gig known to fucking man. But you gotta be able to flow like water. You gotta be able to fucking take fucking the downside with the good side. That it's not always gonna be sunny in Philadelphia, because it ain't. Some of you are gonna have rainy days. But the fact that you get back up, get the fuck back up, that's the fucking victory. That's what keeps us in the fucking game. It's not bailing every time it gets tough. It's fucking digging in. It's digging in. Makes this fucking whole gig worth it. Where it ain't about fucking money no more. It's not about fucking money. It's about surviving. It's about fucking doing what you want to do without anyone fucking telling you nothing. That's where it's at, Daddy. That's where it's at. It's not nothing to do with money. We ain't out here for the fucking money. It's not. James hates blacks and Jews. No, I love blacks. I just don't like Ebonics. I mean, I can't understand it. Jews? Fuck Jews. Last 2 years sucked, won't lie. Still kept 53% of the revenue. Still had 150K net after all said and done. That's fantastic, Freight Swami. True, now that you put that way. It's a game for me trying to find my best load pace. Absolutely. CDN, anyone who thinks brokerage is a pyramid scheme has no clue about this industry. Clearly, you have no idea of how hard it is to secure customers. No clue the brokerage works or our role. And CDN, this is the reality. If people want to bitch about a broker and how much a broker makes, then don't use them. Get your own customers. Find out how easy that is. You got to appreciate the fucking broker. The broker is the one who's getting all these customers for you, and they're not going to a fucking mega carrier. They're going to the fucking broker. The broker is supplying you these fucking customers. You got to appreciate that. You'll pay a dispatcher to make a simple phone call because you ain't got the fucking balls or the knowledge to fucking dispatch your fuck yourself, but you're going to bitch about a fucking broker who's actually getting you the goddamn customer? That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. That you fuckers have dispatchers, paying for dispatchers, just to book a fucking load, but you want to bitch on a broker who is actually finding these customers? A dispatcher is only calling a fucking broker, and 9 times out of 10, they ain't negotiating shit but $100, and a fucking monkey can do that. A monkey can do that. These dispatchers ain't worth they ain't worth the shit. They're not worth the 5%. Trust me. They're not fucking worth it. Because the majority are just booking loads. Keeping you moving. But are they really negotiating the best of their abilities? I doubt it. Fay Trucking, all is well. I appreciate you, brother. Miss the old days when Trump was going to save everyone. Yeah, KQ, he ain't saving shit. But you also have to remember that the president doesn't fucking run the goddamn country. He's got like little to no fucking power. Everyone else is controlling this country, not him. So he's not a fucking god. You know, he's just a fucking man. Yep, absolutely agree, James, about broker. Absolutely, baby. I mean, they're finding the customers. Find your own customer. If you don't like brokers, if you don't like C.H. Robinson making $22 billion fucking dollars last year, find your own customers. Find your own customers. If it was that easy, brokers wouldn't exist. Brokers exist because it's a necessity. It's necessary. They're the one doing the footwork for us. For us. And then we wanna spit in their face? No. If you think you're getting fucked by a broker, which I've never been fucked by a broker, even if it's detention, I've had it where it just took forever to get detention pay. That's just I know what I'm getting into, because when I'm negotiating a load, I'm asking, okay, what's your detention on this? Do you find that the multiple times that you've ran this load, how many times is there detention being paid out? So that way I understand when I can book my next load. If he says no, they're usually pretty good, hour, 2 hours, we don't pay detention on it. Detention's never really coming up. Okay, so now I know I could book a fucking load that's picking up 2 hours plus deadhead in that scenario. If they do have detention, right? And even in the event, like say, no, you're going to be in and out easy. Okay, well, let's say, what if there is? What do you pay for detention? This is all part of the negotiation. This is all of it before I book a fucking load. What's your detention policy? Well, we pay this after 2 hours. Okay, and then what's the process of me getting an updated rate con? Am I going to get an updated rate con right away? Or am I going to wait 2-3 days to get an updated rate con? Well, if they said 3 days, then I know, unless I get a very large amount of fucking detention, I'm not putting in the detention. I don't give a fuck about the detention. Now, the fact that I know I'm not going to get detention, now we need to worry more about how much do I believe that he's telling me the truth, that it's going to be in and out, and I won't have to worry about detention at all. Or is it one of those, well, the first 3 hours is free. Well, if the first 3 hours are free, there's a good chance there's going to be tension on the back end, right? There's going to be detention on it. That's where I know I'm not going to wait 3 days to get detention, so I need more money now. I need more money up front because I'm not putting in detention. And there's cases where I'll tell them that, hey, there's going to be detention, but we pay detention. I said, I'm not going to put in for detention because I'm not going to wait 3 days to get the updated rate con, but I need to be at this dollar amount. Done. That doesn't mean that they can't claim the detention, right? Because they're still going to claim the detention because they have an in and out times and all that shit. They're going to put in for the detention. Doesn't mean they're going to pay me for it. So there's some cases I'll get the detention up front just because of how you negotiate it. But I'll tell them, I'm not going to put in for the detention, but I'll put in the in and out times. You can cash that out. But I need X amount of fucking dollars. You have to focus on local officials. They destroy the country and Bob. Absolutely. This whole country's going down in a piss pot, dude. We are probably in the final days. 100 years, we're all in heaven in 100 years. I just don't see us surviving another 100 years. If you're naive enough to think that the world is never going to come to an end and God will never come back, you're insane. I think we're closer now. We're obviously closer now than we've ever been. I mean, obviously, we're closer now than we've ever been. The whole segregation thing, the whole fucking Muslim issue, the Jews, the whole Iran, the whole Israel. It's coming to an end. All the gay shit, right? The gay shit. A greatest sin is pride. And obviously, you guys know Saddam, what the fuck is it? A tongue twister here. Sodom and Gomorrah. You know Saddam and Gomorrah, where everyone was just having sex with everyone. Did he give a shit? Men were slaying with men, women sleeping with women. And then we have the rainbow. What does the rainbow represent in the Bible? What does the rainbow represent in the Bible? That is the promise, God's promise, that he will never fucking annihilate the fucking earth with water again. He'll never have another flood. There will never be another Noah. There will be never another Noah's Ark. The rainbow is God's promise. And now we have gay pride using the fucking rainbow and an Islamic flag. Israel is supporting the fucking gays and the gay, quote unquote, pride. It's coming to an end. sooner than later. Coming to an end sooner or later. Gay pride with a rainbow. What, you don't think that rainbow was chosen for a reason with the gays? It's all fucking, we're all doomed, dude. We're all doomed. We're all doomed. I'm not doomed. I believe in Jesus Christ as my Savior, so I'm not doomed. But some of you people need to, repent and, not be so consumed with hate about other people and what other people are doing. You need to be more consumed in your own spiritual salvation, because this whole thing is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. But it's gotten out of hand before. That's why we've had wars, Christian wars, usually ran by white men. Why? Because white men are the superior race. I hate to fucking break the news to you, but anytime that one country or something has been overrun, whether it's fucking Rome or non-Christian shit, we are modest and we're not looking to fight, and we look like we're a bunch of fucking pussies. The reality is that we're not. We're just subtle and not really that much of a give a fuck until we do give a fuck. And when we do give a fuck, that's when the game's over. That's when the game's over. Believe that to be true or don't. That's no skin off my fucking balls. But the reality is that this is all going to be fucking temporary at the end of the fucking day. It's going to be temporary at the end of the day. But I got to get a new pan. We're going to take those pork chops. I'm going to put them in the oven and let them steam up. I think I might. How do I want to do it? I want to use a pie bread pan. I think we're going to try this. I think we're going to try a bread pan. Maybe. But that's my opinion. But, and everyone's got a right to their own opinion, but. Oops. Baby. Yeah, I don't think this bread pan's gonna be. Yeah, should use 2 bread pans. Yeah. I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be all right. It's gonna be good, baby. Let's just set this up to 2 1/4. 2 1/4. See if the old lady's got any chicken broth. Yeah, baby. Hold on there, sugar tits. You got any aluminum foil? Well, what the hell am I going to use? ain't gonna be worth a shit. Ain't got no goddamn aluminum foil, but I got the oven anyway. Put a little piece of aluminum foil over it and then just wrap it with fucking parchment paper. Ah, damn it. I guess that means you just gotta fucking pay attention to what the fuck you're doing before you start doing it. Usually we have an endless supply of fucking saran wrap and aluminum foil. Not anymore. Not anymore, Daddy. Wheel burner, what's going on? Yeah, we're doing all right. Thought you liked chicken? I do like chicken. I don't know what that means. They're shitting on stupid Christians that turn the other cheek and don't know how to fight like God told their ass to. The reality is we will fight, right? Christians will fight, and we will get the country back. We just need to be stoked up enough yet. We haven't gotten stoked up yet, but we will. We will. We'll get tired of it, just like France is getting tired of it. Fucking Germany's getting tired of it. All these. China don't even put up with it. China doesn't even let the fucking Jews or the fucking Muslims come in. They don't want nothing to do with them. We'll learn. We're on the first stage. France is on the 4th level of this shit. You don't think we're going to learn from their mistakes? Absolutely. Better wake up before they get wiped out. We're not going to get wiped out by Muslims. Can't remember her name right this second. She has 3 trucks, like a truck, mini fleet. I don't know. That's right. We're floating outside, baby. I got to disagree on this. The best flatbeds, Conestoga is definitely the best to haul. I don't agree with that. Let's say if that's your gig, Conestoga and shit. That's, I mean, you can't do oversized freight. All you're doing is not tarping, right? That's the only thing. Has there ever been a load that required a Conestoga? I don't know. Is there? You know, is there loads that require Conestoga, Ben? Because I don't know so much there is. Is there? Because all it needs is tarps, and tarps is, that's all you're getting away with the Conestoga is you don't have to tarp it. Yeah, sometimes. When it's sometimes, then sometimes you'll make more money than a regular flatbed guy then. I would say, Ben, right? If it requires a Conestoga trailer, you're going to get better money for that load than if it weren't. Because now there's less Conestogas out there than there are flatbeds. Same as if you need a vented trailer or an air ride trailer, or you need a plate trailer. Those loads generally will pay a little bit more. I'm not saying game changer, right? We're not talking game changing money, but it's going to be a little bit more, you know. There are certain flatbed loads that absolutely require Conestoga. Some customers won't take a chance with tarps. Some specialized equipment won't get tarped. Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's the answer. So could Conestoga be? Are you going to be in the lane that is going to put you? Are you going to be consistently running that Conestoga higher freight because it does require Conestoga? Are you going to be running loads that require that? If you are, like say if you do have a customer of that nature, or you're leased onto a carrier that does have those customers, then absolutely you're probably in a gold mine, right? You're probably going to be much better off with a Conestoga. Much better off. Spot market, I don't know. I think with a spot market, your best bet is to have everything possible to your availability in whatever trailer you decide to do. If you do dry van, I would definitely say vented, air ride, plate. Obviously food grade. That would be the best case scenario. And then even do it heavy duty. If you choose to do paper, you know, that's a personal decision, hauling paper. Hauling paper is like personal decision. If I want to haul hazmat, do I want to haul hazmat? No. I don't want to haul paper either, regardless of what it's paying. Same with reefer. I mean, do you? I don't know. Do you find benefits of having bulkheads in a reefer? Or are you better off with just that chute on top? I don't know. I don't run reefer. But do oversize sometimes on step deck. They are a pain in the ass. They're a pain in the ass mainly because it's oversized and the hours of service that you have with oversized and the permits and having to hit every fucking scale, bring in all your paperwork, bring in all your permits. Yeah, that's why it pays more. Doesn't make it easier, you know. Reefer is a pain in the ass, and I agree 100%. If it isn't with, I don't even want to fill a reefer tank, okay? I don't even want to fill a reefer tank. Much less do I want to do fucking washouts. Much less do I want to go to food warehouses. Don't want to. Don't need to be having any claims, rejections that I've got to fucking deal with because they rejected a pallet. Now I've got to go somewhere and dispose of this pallet. There's just, it don't pay enough. It doesn't pay enough for me to fuck with it. It's not worth it. Always pulled step decks and tarps. You have more options. There are more guys sitting around the truck stop with curtain sides than there are with open decks. You also open yourself up to oversize. There you go. So your step deck being the breadwinner, potentially wheel burner is what you're thinking. Maybe step deck is the way to go. Because it's a little maybe best of both worlds, potentially. Best of both worlds. Because not often are they, what you're hauling is going to cover that whole 48-foot flatbed, right? Usually it's in the center. You've got a few feet in the front and behind. Well, there's your step, right? You're not putting anything on that step. So you're still hauling the same. You still have the same availability. Machinery, I mean, whatever you would put on flatbed. I've seen some forklifts and shit on flatbeds. That could definitely be on a step deck. Yeah. Maybe step deck is the king of the road, maybe. You know? Because there is so much you could do with a step deck. A little more versatile, perhaps. But the whole point is to be able to get some of the money loads. Like having a plate trailer versus a composite trailer. Composite trailer is great for hauling paper. That's about it. That's about it. Is it the trailer I want? No. I would never own a composite trailer. And nor would I mean, I would haul a heavy trailer, like, you know, like a paper trailer. I would do that only because of the strength and longevity of that, as long as you're not hauling paper. But it's similar like to flatbeds. Flatbeds have that arch, right? Flatbeds have that arch. When that gets wore down and it gets flattened out, that's when you're hauling those heavy fucking loads. That's when that trailer is wore out. So every trailer has a life expectancy. If you get a quality paper spec trailer, and all you're hauling is general freight, obviously that paper spec trailer is going to last a hell of a lot longer than a non-paper spec trailer. But, you know. Step deck with 3 risers. You could pull anything a regular flatbed can. There you go. I don't know what risers are, though. I don't know what risers are. What are risers? No idea. See, we're all going to learn something today about flatbed. What are risers? OTJB, you're years ahead of almost other YouTubers. You have gone live for years. Now young people going live call it IRL. In real life, same, but most aren't drinking. Well, I'm a trendsetter, CDN. I set the trends of YouTube. I'm kind of a big deal out here. OG, if you will. I'm an OG, if you will. Yeah. Kind of a, I'm it. I'm it. So yeah, if you start seeing these big hit YouTubers start drinking beer, well, you know where they got it from. They got it from me. IRL streaming has been around since the dawn of the internet. Original gay. There you go. Original gay. That's right. A lot of times when I was doing Conestoga, we were bumping docks. I bet so, Marty. I bet so, because you're almost set up like a dry van. That's like those Conestogas. They're going to do like the forklifts and stuff. Well, those forklifts are going to get driven onto the trailer. They're going to get driven off of the trailer. So yeah, you probably would be bumping docks, Marty. Yeah, makes 100% sense to me, because in essence, it's kind of a dry van, right? It's kind of a dry van. I suppose you could take dry van loads on a fucking Conestoga. I'd imagine. Unless shit needed to be nailed to the floor. But I don't know. I suppose you could treat it like a dry van, couldn't you? Would make sense, right? It would make sense. I don't know. I like dry van. Dry van one. I have already got one. I've got zero interest of buying more trailers or a different trailer. Like if somebody leased on with me and they said, "Hey, I've got a reefer," I'm okay with doing it. I'm all right with doing reefer, but I'm not gonna, Mad Truck, post the last video. No, that last live is deleted. Mad Truck. Reason being, I lost my temper and I was talking shit on Elite, and I don't condone it. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want that representation out there. So, no, I'm not doing it. So that video is deleted forever. So I don't like it. I lost my cool and I shouldn't have. And that's 90% of the time because I fucking had too many beers. In 100% reality, Yeah. I drank too many. I should have just stayed fucking gone, but Randall went and got more beer, and then he woke me up, and I listen, last time I got woke up after drinking, I got fucking cereal bowls thrown, so, Randall's lucky, he didn't catch one of those in the face. But, I don't like it. And then when I came back down, I was in a piss fucking mood. So, shit got out of hand, The less beer, the better live you do. I agree. Ben, I agree 100%. No question. What the van get that heater box on the front? I don't fucking know, Marty. Marty, are you under the impression? It seems, I don't know, Marty. I like you. But how the fuck do I know? I don't run a heater in the front, and I'm not, what the fuck do I know? Marty, why the fuck would I? If you don't know, how the fuck am I going to know? What a heater in the front is going to... Okay, so you're going to haul water that can't be frozen in the wintertime? Who gives... what the fuck do I give a shit about that? What do I give a shit about water? No. Why would I have a heater in the front? Keep shit from freezing. If you don't want shit to freeze, book a reefer. If you're a guy that wants to run shit that you don't want to freeze, buy a reefer. I don't know what to tell you, baby. My wife asked me why I drink so much. I said, I don't know. It's too much till it is. Well, that's just it. You don't know until it is. Now, usually, I know for a fact, and I know myself, if I get into 15 beers, and once I get to that second layer of beer, I'm off my rail, right? it's over. I did a 15 beers with Randall. Randall went and got 15 more beers. I was done. I was done at 15. And Randall apologized, like, dude, I shouldn't have fucking done that. I shouldn't have gotten you more beer. I shouldn't have woke you up. I mean, there's a lot of things he's wishing he didn't do. The reality is, I don't want to be that fucker, but some people want me to be that fucker, and then sometimes people buy fucking shit to get me to be that fucker, and then I fail, and then I am that fucker. I mean, you don't make great decisions when you're under the influence, fellas. That's just your feelings are on your cuff. It's easy to explode. It's easy to get pissed off. The devil slips inside because you're fucking intoxicated, and it's easy to fucking you can't defend yourself from the fucking devil, and then boom, now you're off the fucking rails for your entertainment purposes only, right? You guys are entertained by it. I, on the other hand, am not. Then don't drink. I love drinking, Reese. I love drinking. So I'm not going to not drink. I will fall. I will stumble. I will have one too many, and I will go off the rails again. It's going to fucking happen. Such is life. But to say, oh, I'm just going to give up drinking. Why? I love it. It's like giving up smoking because I got a cough in the morning. Well, you should quit. You should quit smoking. You wouldn't have the cough. I don't give a fuck about the cough. I give a fuck about living my fucking the best life I can, enjoying doing what I want to fucking do while I'm here. You know? So, yes, my choices come with complications and, some benefits and some non-benefit. So I deal with the non-benefits of it, the repercussions of my choices. I deal with that. I made that decision. I got to go that far. I deserve every snarl or every discontent and every down finger and everyone talking shit on me. I fucking did that. I opened up that fucking gate. It is what it is. I take full responsibility for it. Full responsibility for it. But to say not do it, well then don't drink Coca-Cola. I mean, it's not like I drink beer like Coca-Cola, but I do drink more beer than I do soda. Especially at fucking home, right? On home, it's what else is there to fucking do, dude? I'm bored. I ain't got fucking hobbies. I ain't got shit to fucking do. What the fuck you want from me? What the fuck you want from me? I'm gonna fucking drink. Would you ever run super singles on a trailer? No. No. Hell with anyone that wants to see that. Yep. I can't drink more than 6 because I pass out. Oh my goodness, Ben. That's crazy. I'm good. I'm good with my 15. Honestly, I'm good with my 15. And there's times that I'll just have 2 or 3. Like I've had, 3 beers now? I might have one more, and then that'll be it for the rest of the day. It'll be it for the rest of the day. So it's not like I'm drinking from sun up to sundown, Now with Randall, I don't know how long we were live, but, with Randall sitting, and when we have that StreamYard going, it's easy for me to just sit back here and fucking drink. It's difficult for me to fucking drink and get fucked up while I have to fucking talk the entire time. But when you have Randall doing his thing, it's easy for me to just pour him down. That's where it gets out of hand. That's where it gets out of hand. It doesn't get out of hand so much if I've got to carry the conversation, right? So I do more talking than drinking when I'm doing this because, I'm sick of fucking holding the phone. I'm sick of fucking doing all of it. And then, I barely get enough sips. Those are rookie numbers in this bracket. That is true. With everything going on with the truck, you should be able to drink a few and let off some steam. Only you can moderate. That's true. And I'm upset about the fucking truck. I'm upset of watching all this fucking money disappear. I'm absolutely upset about it. A day-to-day basis, it doesn't bother me, but there are situations and times where, it triggers me. And then, of course, I don't just blow up to blow up. I have to be triggered. Now, normally the trigger is it's a tough pull, right? It's a tough pull. But when I get a little too fucking juiced up, that it's a hair trigger. It's a hair trigger because how I read it, coming from whomever says it or who says it, it's going to have a lighter trigger because I'm going to automatically read a negative into it, and then it's just shit talk after that. Then now it's angry talk because I don't get pissed off because the wind's blowing south, right? I don't get pissed off at just anything. I have to be triggered. Now, granted, when I came back down, I wasn't in the mood to fucking still do YouTube. And then I think Elite may have said something, and then I went off, and then it went sideways. And I apologize. I apologize to fucking Elite. And I'm done, in the past, just done apologizing for shit. But in that case, I do apologize because it went off the fucking rail, and that was 100% me. 100% me. I didn't start drinking until 44. Oh, then why start at all? Do you still have the black Kenworth? 93 Tennessee Trucking has the black Kenworth and the red line trailer. He's got both of them. Hopefully next year you'll see that baby back on the road. Like to see it before the snow falls, but maybe next year. But I know I need to get my ass back on the road. This home time. And now granted, summertime is nice and everything, but I'd rather be home for the winter, to be honest with you. Beer tastes good with food. I was never, I will have a couple beers with food, like at a restaurant, but I prefer beer without food. And I prefer beer in the morning. Be quite honest with you. After my 2 cups of coffee and I take a shit, shower, I'm ready for a beer. I get up at, fucking 4 in the morning. So me cracking a beer at fucking 7 in the morning is not, it seems like half the day is gone. I'm ready for a beer in 3 hours. But yeah, I like day drinking. I like drinking early in the morning because I'm always going to get a fucking nap at home. It's just inevitable. I'm going to get a fucking nap. So, because my sleep sucks at home, And it's not because I'm drinking at night, because I don't, I'm more of a day drinker. I'll get my buzz early in the morning. I'll catch a fucking nap, and I'm done for the day. You may have said this earlier, but what's happening on the 386? So all the parts are in now, Ringo. All the parts are in. So they're assembling it. So they're, Chris told me that he's going to call me Thursday. We'll see. Worst case, he probably won't call me. I'll call tomorrow, find out what the situation is. I'm hoping when it's put together, they've got a couple other things they need to do. They're gonna do the the blower, whatever the fuck you call that, the selector switch, the blend door, not the blend door. I guess it is a blend door. Whatever controls the position of the airflow. They're going to replace that. They didn't know. They called Peterbilt trying to figure out which one that is. Well, he says, well, you got 4 of them. I said, yes, they got the blend door of hot, cold. I don't need that one. I need, because it's stuck on defrost. I need it. Whatever the position sensor, whatever that position was, whatever that is, that's the one I need. Well, he says, we're going to wait till we get the truck running. Then we'll turn it on. Then we'll see what it's doing. Then we'll order the parts then. So they're going to order the parts then, I guess, and then throw that blender in. So that blend actuator. So that's, I'm hoping Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week is what we're hoping for. Are you making plans to buy a brand new Volvo? Marty, I'm not making plans. Of course not. Why would I? I'm putting 45 grand into this truck. Why would I have plans to buy a Volvo? Would I buy a Volvo in the future? Like, let's say I get this refresh paid off and the truck's paid off or whatever. Or let's say it's not. Let's say in 2 years everything, is paid down, but I still owe a little bit on the truck. Would it be possible that I would maybe lease purchase it to somebody with it having a fairly fresh rebuild on it, and then me go get a lightly used Volvo? It's potential, right? Potentially I could do that. But then same token, I'll just keep this truck forever. Would I like to have a Volvo? Absolutely. Absolutely I would. But do I have future plans to? Like, am I trying to get to one? No, I'm not. I'm not. But would I like one? Absolutely. Absolutely I would. Everyone has their own demons to deal with, and everyone has their vices. But sometimes consequences come for irrational actions. At least you can admit when you're wrong. Thanks for your honesty. Absolutely, Reese. See, I'm not an evil person by nature. Okay? I'm not an evil person. I'm a very nice, kind-hearted fucking individual. I truly am. If I go off the fucking rails, it's been provoked to a degree. Or I get in my head and then it just explodes out. But I am by nature a very humble, nice guy. I'm a very good-hearted individual. I'm not out here spreading fucking hate. I'm not out here doxing anyone. I'm not out here trying to ruin anyone's fucking life. I'm not out here trying to get cops called on anyone. I'm not influencing you to send packages to other people's houses. I'm not influencing anyone to call people's jobs or scale houses. I'm not here to shit cast your business out here and say that you're a piece of shit. I'm not out here shitting on you about how you handle yourself on YouTube and you said this, you said that. I'm not that fucking guy. I'm not a hateful person. And I don't have a hateful persona on YouTube of being that Billy Badass. I'm not. I'm a Billy Badass in my own fucking world. In my life, I'm a badass. Right? I'm the best there ever been. I'm the best there's ever been. Is me. That's me. And I try to be the best at everything I fucking do. And if you're trying to be the fucking worst, you're not trying to be the fucking worst. You're trying to be the fucking best. Well, so am I. I'm trying to fucking be the best I could possibly be. Now, if you want to be the best fucking troll out here, or the best fucking shitbag, because you like shitting on other fucking people's success or other people's fucking shit, that's all on you. But that's not on me, right? I'm not trying to be the best shitbag. I'm trying to be the best person. Sometimes I fail. Admittedly, I fail. I can be a shitbag. That is not my whole intention of YouTube, is to be a fucking shitbag. I'm not out here calling people out or doing whatever the fuck they do. That's on them, right? That's on them. They could do that if that's what gives them the content and that gives them the reason to go, let's post a video and talk about this. If that gives you the content, then by all means do what you gotta do, because it's YouTube, baby. It's YouTube. Not everyone is going to like you, right? Don't get mad at me because I don't like you, and I can't get mad at you because you don't like me, right? Not everyone is going to like everyone, and it's YouTube. But let's keep it on YouTube, shall we? Let's keep it on YouTube. Let's not go outside of YouTube and try to influence your life off of YouTube. Just keep it on YouTube. You want to talk shit? Let's talk shit. You want to do that? Let's do that. But let's keep it on YouTube. You don't need to fucking call the cops on me and call the cops because I'm drawing pictures of, shooting you in your sleep. It's all in fun. I have zero fucking threat to anyone. I'm not going anywhere to do anything to some jackass on fucking YouTube. I got better shit to worry about than fucking somebody else's opinion. But just keep it on YouTube is all I ask. You know, you want to shit on me? Shit on me. Do videos all day long. Just don't fuck with my real life, just as I don't fuck with your real life. But unfortunately, maybe they're not that great of a shit talker, so they have to go outside to show that hey, I am that badass. I am that guy. You win. 100%. You win because I'm not that guy. I'm not going outside of YouTube to fucking harass you. I'm just not. You win. You absolutely the fucking winner. Because I'm not that guy. I'm not looking to fucking your life up or attempting to. And I'm not showing up to your house. I'll talk about it. It's like, I'll fucking come to your house. You know, what are the odds? Like, do I give a fuck that much? God damn. As soon as this live feed ends, it ends. I don't stew about shit. If I stew about anything, I'm stewing on how I reacted. I stew on what I say. That's what I'm more irritated. I'm not irritated what got me pissed off. I'm irritated that I was pissed off. That's what I'm irritated. I'm irritated the fact that you even got into my head. That's what pisses me off. That I allowed you to influence me. That's what I'm mad about. I'm mad about that I reacted to it when I shouldn't have reacted. I'm not mad about what you said. I'm mad because I reacted. And that you get a reaction out of me. That's what I'm upset about. Hope you get rolling soon. I hope so too, baby. Yeah, the blend door actuator. But it's not the blend door for hot and cold. It's the blend door for position of air. Every humble person tells you they're humble, right? James, I don't know what your heart is, right? You have to tell me what your heart is. What is your heart, James? Is your heart just being a deceitful fucking cunt that uses somebody else's fucking name so that you could be invisible and then feel free to talk about all the shit you want to talk about, say whatever you want to say without any retribution? Is that where your heart is, James? Do you have a cowardly fucking heart, James? Do you have a cowardly heart that you can come out here with a fake name, say whatever fucking shit you want, and then have no repercussion, no nothing? Is that what you want? Huh? Yeah, the great stick figure debacle, Ben. Wasn't that funny as shit? I thought it was funny, right? I thought it was funny. Well, evidently he didn't. You know, and when he called the cops, and the cops called me, right? When the cops called me, and multiple times the cops came to my fucking house, and I had the fucking Texas fucking sheriff calling me, talking about, hey, can we put an end to this? I said, absolutely, dude. I'm done with it if he's done with it. I mean, he doesn't say my name, I don't say his name, I'm good. It's YouTube. I don't give a shit. If he's taking it too seriously, right, then I'll quit. I'm good. I'm done with it. If he's done with it, I'm done with it. Because I don't take shit personal. I don't hate nobody. I don't hate nobody. Like, I go into TC Boggs's, watch his video and make comments saying, that I agree with him or whatever. I try to be fucking friendly. What's he do? He ignores me because he still holds that fucking hate and discontent. Over what? Over what? YouTube shit? I mean, what are we getting all fucking amped up about? I drew a fucking stupid stick figure, and you're gonna get amped up? I mean, what are we fucking doing here? I mean, god damn. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like I'm saying that I'm gonna have a little taste of brandy and I'm gonna come to your fucking house and fuck your old lady. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I drew a goddamn picture. Now, I did say some nasty shit about your kids, and that I do seriously apologize for. I do say that was off the fucking rails, stupid. That could be an unforgivable. I get that, but that's no different than you know, elite calling my kid a fucking retard faggot or whatever. Again, but that is, I take that back. TC, you have all rights to fucking hate me. You're 100% in the right. My bad. Yeah, yeah, you're right. You got 100% to not forgive on that. That's my bad. I did say it, so I did say it. So yeah, I get it. Now I forgot all about that. Uh, but see, I generally I generally remember. Does codename Narc hate you? I don't think so. Charles Spray. I don't hate Narc. I call Narc. Like if I got some mechanical shit going on with the truck, I have called Narc and asked him about it. You know, and we do talk. So does he still talk shit on me? Sure he does, and I still talk a little bit of shit on him. But it's who gives a fuck? I mean, who gives a shit? Like I don't give anybody that much content. Like they might have had a little bit of content, but the content, unless you're going to keep repeating it and rehashing it, I mean, there isn't a whole lot. I don't give you content every day to say, oh Jesus Christ, he said this. Oh my God, he said that, and then ride me every day because I'm not doing everything every day. You know, I'm not that guy. But listen, I'm going to get talked about. You know, I'm I'm going to get talked about. I'm a big deal. I influence a lot of fucking haters because they can't be me. Listen, I accept it. You know, with great power comes great responsibility. And sometimes I've just got to fucking eat a dick because people are envious of me. What can you do? You know, I can't apologize enough to take their rage away from my success. Okay, I can't do it. Are you an owner operator? Yes, sir. Uh, Reese, I'm about as much of an owner operator as you could possibly become. Not a lease operator, not a rent operator. I'm a full blown whatever owner operator is perceived to be. I'm the top notch of that owner operator. Top notch of the owner operator. There is no levels of my owner operator like some people say. Oh, I'm an owner operator. Oh, I'm leasing the truck. I'm still an owner operator. I'm at the fucking top of that fucking hive. I'm the top of that fucking pyramid of owner operator. I am the fucking shit out here. I am the fucking shit. And that's undeniable. That's undeniable. I'm a big deal. And you're going to get the haters, and people are going to say, oh, you're one breakdown from bankrupt, and you're this, and you're that. And, well, you know what? At any fucking given time, I can choose to do whatever job that my fucking haters, except a mechanic, I can't do that. But I could do any job that you're fucking doing. If you're driving for a company, I can work for that company. If it requires hazmat, give me 3 months. I'll get fucking hazmat and I'll come work. I'll work at your same goddamn company that you work at. I can work there. So you can shit on me all you want, but worst case scenario, I'll work where you work. That is the worst thing that can happen to me. Is I work where you work. That's the worst case. That's the worst thing. I mean, if I go bankrupt, I go bankrupt. It's only fucking money. It doesn't mean anything. It might be a big deal for you. I don't give a shit. But the worst thing I could fucking do is work where you work. It's not that big of a deal. If you lease for a company, or I could lease there too. Well, I work for I haul fuel. I'll haul fuel. I'll get hired wherever the fuck you're getting. Wherever you got hired, I'll get hired. I'll work where you work. That's the worst thing that could fucking happen to me. Honestly. Absolute worst thing. So, I mean, big deal. Big deal. I am the liquor. Logic. I love that. I love that. I am the liquor. Old fucking trailer park boys, baby. You know? Oh, I love it. Good fucking, good job, Godshaw. Good job. I love Trailer Park Boys. Now a mouse used to be king of the jungle. I don't know. What do you usually haul? Just dry van. There's not a usual anything because there's I haul anything. So it's not like I have customers or anything like that. I haul whatever pays. So I haul money. That's what I haul. I haul money because whatever I haul pays me. So yeah, I haul money. Worst case. But I like going where I want to go. The freedoms, there's a lot of responsibilities to be an owner operator. It ain't for everybody. I mean, obviously, 2 months down, it ain't for everyone. And then people claim, well, ooh, because most of people aren't going to be down for 2 months and still be in business, and that's a reality. And they said, well, that maybe you could, but there's very few of us out here. There's very few of us out here that could do it. I mean, some people can't even go home for a weekend and still be in business. Some people can't spend 5 days at home and still be in business. You know, because the payments get too fucking high, and then they bounce to another fucking job. Some people can't even afford to go home. But I don't know. I love what I do, though. I love what I do. I didn't love being a broker. I didn't love being a dispatcher. I didn't love that. I didn't love that. And honestly, I can't say I appreciated the driving, because you guys got to remember, you got to remember how I drove. Right? I was driving for Walmart, fucking bumping docks, 14-hour fucking days. Went to fucking Schneider, ran 3 months just doing shorties. Jeff was just a big shorty guy. He still may be. I don't know. And then I got my own truck and leased on with Jeff and was just running shorties. I don't ever want to run shorties again. Had I not done that, I probably would have never have gotten out of the truck, to be quite honest with you. Because I don't. It's too much. It's too much to run shorties. I don't know why anybody wants to run shorties. I mean, it's all about the money. I'm not doing this for the money per se. I'm doing it for money. I make money, right? I make money, but that's not my sole derivative. Is because I don't have like a time frame. Like 5 years, I'm retiring in 5 years. Okay, well, if you're gonna retire in 5 years, you better work your little fucking ass off. I've got no goal of that per se, right? Other than building the carrier and bringing on contractors, then I could semi-retire. But I'm never going to retire. I'm never not going to be running a business. But I just don't want to bump docks every day. It was too much fucking work, especially dispatching yourself, things of that nature. It's just a pain in the ass. I love what I'm currently fucking doing, and I'm making more money doing this than I ever did running shorties. And I love doing what we're doing. I love that 1,000-mile or more load. Anything 1,000 miles or more, I love them. I love it. I love driving 10 hours. I love it. I love the driving aspect of it. The bumping docks and searching the load board every fucking day for some piece of shit fucking load. I don't want those. I want long runs. I want long runs. I want some driving, So I don't book anything under 1,000 miles. That way, let's say today's Monday, I could pick up a load today. I'll drive. I'll deadhead to wherever I gotta go, obviously, because I'm not gonna pick it up in my backyard. I'll pick up the load, and then I'll drive all day today, all day tomorrow, and deliver on Wednesday. Then on Wednesday, I deliver Wednesday, pick up on Wednesday, drive the rest of Wednesday, drive all day Thursday, deliver Friday. Deliver Friday, pick up a load that's over 1,000 miles, that's going to get me through the weekend, that delivers on Monday, 1,000 miles, 1,100 miles. I get my 34 reset in, right? Get my 34 reset in, and I deliver on Monday. Then on Monday, I pick up another fucking load, drive all day Monday, the rest of Monday, all day Tuesday, deliver Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning, I deliver, pick up, drive all of Wednesday, the rest of Wednesday, all of Thursday, deliver on Friday, and then do it again. So I run 3 loads a week. Now there's times where I'm going to pick up in Florida and I might run all the way to Cali with it. Might do that. But I just love running my fucking clock. You know, I don't want to bump docks every fucking day. You know. Why did I start a mini fleet at Jeff's? Because I'm not building a mini fleet under somebody else's authority at 80/20. I can't do that. You know. Everyone looks smart when things are going good. You can learn a lot from when things aren't good. And Ben, I've gone through the bad times, right? I got the wife text me. Let me reply. Down here. She wants to know where her digger is for weeds. But I've gone through hard times. I've gone through low rates. I've had contractors under low rates. I was doing a 60/40 with not great rates. I had a 60/40 with a contractor that was in the fucking shop, then more time in the shop than he had on the road. We got him a dispatcher because I said, I'm not dispatching you, but you could get a dispatcher. And we had a dispatcher doing, and this is at, the time, how long ago it wasn't a great time. But we had him going to the Midwest to Florida, back to the Midwest, back to Florida. He was going to average $6,000 a week. That was too much driving. He couldn't do it. Too much driving. He wasn't motivated by fucking money. You can't motivate somebody who's not motivated by money. If he's more motivated by sitting on his ass, you can't motivate him by making him money. Because he wasn't motivated by money. So with that load, it would pay $7,000 one week, $5,000 the next week. So $6,000 average a week. He ain't never made that. And now I know why. He did it for 2 weeks. And then after that, it's like too much money, too much work. Because 10-hour breaks weren't enough. He needed 14, 15. Does Lorraine ever look for loads? No, she doesn't, Native. She doesn't. If the wheels aren't moving, not making money. No, that's true. You're not making any money if you ain't rolling, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I'd like to get Lorraine, but see, this is the reality. I don't spend a lot of money. I don't spend a lot of time on the load board because I know where I want to go. Right, so I'm looking for destinations. It's not very difficult to find a fucking load of a destination you want to go to. So I could follow the fucking money, right? But like, say, if I go to Washington, odds are I'm going to want to go down south to California, or there's loads that let's go to Minnesota. Either or is fine. I'm not calling on many loads because I'll usually book the first 1 or 2. If the appointments work, I'm usually booking the first 1 or 2 phone calls I make anyway. So it's not like I'm calling 100 fucking people a day like a telemarketer. I'm not that guy. I just don't make many phone calls. I find the load I want, I call them, and I get the fucking load. Have you been to every state? No, not by any means. I'd say west of the Mississippi, yes. I just don't fuck with the Northeast. Hold on. Hopefully she'll call. She'll call. What time is it? 11:30. Um, I haven't been to every state. I don't fuck with. I don't fuck with the Northeast. So I'm not. No. No, I have not been to every state. I've not been to every state. But the East, the West. I mean, I've been. I don't think there's any state I haven't been to west of the Mississippi. East of the Mississippi, or well, hell, I might have been in every state. Taking a piss inside, you know, I don't want to. I don't want to be a PD file, so I got to piss in Randall's bathroom, which is I'd rather piss outside. It is, you know, it's pretty good stream shot fees. You know, it's it's a big dick. Big dick's got big hole. You know, I could move a lot of water in a big dick. So, yeah. I can move a lot of water with a big dick. Wipe the seat, because I'm a gentleman. Randall's always got toilet paper in the toilet. It's like, why is there toilet paper always in the fucking toilet? Flush that motherfucker. Weird. It's weird. I don't understand it. I blow my nose and throw tissue in the toilet. I flush the toilet. I don't know. I heard it drop to the bottom. That's why I'd rather piss outside. I don't have to wipe seats and flush toilets. But God forbid, everyone lights me up for peeing outside in the backyard. Like, you guys don't pee outside? Oh, well, your wife said there's kids out there. There's kids everywhere in this goddamn neighborhood. I mean, they can't fucking see me no different than I can see them. I mean, what do you want me to do? Not piss outside my own place? I don't know. I mean, even if I paid rent, I'd still piss back here. But got old Angel girl. She's such a sweet fucking dog. She is. But I think maybe I got a half a beer left. I don't know. I was going to say maybe one more beer. Then we'll fucking call it. But I think we might just finish this one. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to have my mom come over for dinner. Or for lunch. It's going to be... We got a fucked up schedule. I don't know how you guys operate at home. But... our dinner time is like 3 o'clock. So, I mean... So we're going to have... Mom's going to come over. And we're going to have lunch. Or dinner. It's a late lunch dinner. It'll be about 1 or 2 o'clock, I'm assuming. You know. But... So I don't need to get all hemmed up. Urine troubles, now we got it. The PP police. That's it, Just Joey. We got the PP police. So... I don't know. Hope you get your rig fixed. Good luck, brother. Have a good one. Absolutely, Reese. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I'm hoping. Listen, I've got zero bets that this truck will be done Wednesday, because they got to put it all together, and then they got to give it a test drive and shit. That all depends on how well they put the shit back together. Hey, Vok, I appreciate that, brother. I do. The 999, I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. But yeah, I'd like to see it Wednesday be fixed, but you know, they do have a couple things. I don't know if they got into the trailer yet or not, if they're waiting till, you know, God knows when, waiting for everything to get done, and then, I forgot the trailer, you know. More live streams from the road. Don't be dark. Havoc, I appreciate that, but I mean, 9 times out of 10 though, I'm with the wife the entire time, and we already know how YouTube treats wives out here, so I'm not putting my wife in that situation. So when we're on the road, it's very unlikely you're going to get a live stream, unless we're at a hotel and she finds a girlfriend, which she always does. My wife she's tits. She'll always find someone to hang out with. No matter where she goes, there's another chick that's at a hotel, and she makes friends with them. You know, she's that's the way she is. So unless she's doing something, you know, and we're in a hotel because, you know, we're broke down or something, you know, then potentially I might go live, or if she's doing this or that. But very unlikely that if Lorraine is anywhere in the vicinity, we're not going live. So yeah, I get it. I don't want to be dark on the road either, but the way YouTube handles wives, nope. Because if you want to see me triggered, that's where the trigger will come from. I mean, because I love her to fucking death. I mean, YouTube's already, you know, shit talked her and us and our relationship and all this other stuff. But we've been married for almost 25 years. That's more than I can say for majority of yous. And she's my best friend. I love her to death, and I don't want people shitting on her. You know. I got some front end work done, and they didn't do the alignment. Got to get that done ASAP. Yeah, kingpins come with you got to get an alignment done when you do kingpins. If they do spring shackles, you got to get alignment done. TA alignment is not it. Love's alignment is not. All they could do is the toe. They can't do anything else. Most of everything else that's wrong is in your drives, right? Your drives being out of alignment affects your steers tremendously. So when you get an alignment, Joey, get a 3-axle alignment. Get a 3-axle alignment. That'll fix a lot of the front end, and then you'll see the wedges. I can't remember what the wedges, what part of the alignment that does, but it does. It obviously does something. So they'll put wedges under or above the spring to fix whatever that fixes. I'm not an alignment guy. I go to good places for an alignment because you got to. I mean, we're talking $5,000, $6,000 in tires. You want to protect that investment. I've got a place here in Sterling, Moore's Tires. It's like $1,200 for an alignment. Well, no, I take that back because I did get a new steer. So it's not. It's, what is it? $169 an axle. That's what it is. $169 an axle for the alignment. My bill was like $1,200 because I had to get a steer or something. So yeah, it's $169 an axle. So 3-axle alignment is, you know, $600. It's under $600. But they've got the best of the best, state-of-the-art alignment machine. State-of-the-art alignment machine. Once you figure out lanes, you really don't go all 40. Oh, absolutely, Ben. I've been through all 48, but I'm not delivering to all 48. Of course not. No. There's some lanes that will work. I do a lot of solar panels. Solar panels last maybe 5 weeks and then they dry up. So I will run that as much as possible to get that dollar amount from the solar panels and then just move on. I mean, so I don't, there are some loads that I'll run the same. Like I got a battery load. I'll run those battery loads if I'm in the area or if I could get to that area for a reset because it's going to pay good. I will do that. But other than that, I'm off the cuff. I'm chasing a dollar, but going where I know I could get loads out of, right? Because after a while, it's just a reflex. It's just you can look at the load board and know where you want to go. You know how to use the load board to find out where you want to go. Like if I go to fucking Washington, there's a lot of loads that come out of Washington. Everyone thinks, oh, Washington's a dead zone. Okay, maybe in some cases it is, but not in all cases, right? You can make good money coming out of Washington, but you got to go, okay, where is that good load going? And when does it go? Well, you can manipulate the load board to find out when that shit happens. And then it maybe going to Minnesota ain't it. I know I've taken loads out of Washington to Minnesota and did very well off of them. And there's other times, well, maybe you'll take it in the fucking dick, get it $1.25 or something, go down to Southern California. But what are you going to get out of Southern California? Southern California is where the money is. That's where the money is. That's where all these guys that got deleted engines and the old fucking cats and shit, they're not going to Cali. They're leaving a lot of fucking money on the fucking table by fucking have deleted engine or never touching Cali. Yes, California is a communistic piece of shit fucking state, plain fucking simple. But the reality is they pay you to haul freight out of there. They pay you. I made 11,000 some odd dollars in 1 week because I took a $7,800 fucking load out of fucking Cali. A $7,800 fucking load. Going to, it was a 6-stopper. It had to stop in Memphis, Knoxville, someplace in Georgia, 3 stops in Alabama. Took 5 days. Took 5 days, 7,800. And I picked up another, whatever the fuck, 3,000, 3,800 or 30, whatever the fuck it was, bouncing to fucking Texas. I mean, there's money. There's money to be fucking made. California. Now, is California always rich in revenue? No, not always. But there's times that you could do very fucking well coming out of California. Not necessarily always going to do well going to California. Like going to Washington to Cali. No, you're not going to make no money. But you already made the money going to fucking Washington. To spend an extra 2 days running $1 a freight mile is no different than from Florida to Texas. It's a 2-day run, 1,000 miles. It's a 2-day fucking run. You're going to get probably $1.25, $1.50 a mile to do it. And then what are you going to do out of Texas? I mean, it's just the fucking game, you know. Not you can't say I don't book a load for less than $2 a mile. If that's the case, you'll never get to California. You'll never get out of Florida. You'll never go to Florida because you're not going to get $2 a mile coming out of Florida. So, good luck. Good luck. Yeah, California is the largest state economy in the U.S. Absolutely. You know. I got steers on Boise at the TA, and they did 3-axle about 6 months ago. They did good job. Well, there you go. I mean, some guys, see, they've got guys at TAs that either they know alignments or no one does alignments, right? So they got an alignment guy. Now, some TAs can't do 3-axle. They can only do steers. Some loves can only do steer axle. They can't do drives. I mean, so you get... I mean, some you get and you can't get. Some places can do trailer alignments, but they don't touch truck alignments. So, one of those. Hopefully, we'll be back out before this almost $4 a mile freight is dried up. Native, I hope so too. But if it is dried up, well, we've been here before. So, this ain't our first rodeo. You know, this ain't our first rodeo. So if the market dries up by the time we get out, well, we'll still be fine. Thanks for supporting LGBTQ plus, brother. Absolutely. Listen, the gays get us closer to heaven every day. You realize that, don't you? It's Sodom and Gomorrah. We're going to be in heaven sooner than you know. And thanks to the gays. So we're potentially living in a form of hell right now, and it's soon to be over. So hats off to the gays. But I honestly, I might be a sinner. I love gays. I love gay dudes. I think gay guys are the funnest fucking people in the fucking world. Honestly, I would rather hang out with a gay guy than a straight guy, because a straight guy's too masculine. It's too tough guy persona and blah blah. Gay dudes are just sporadic, emotional, hot fucking messes. And I love emotional hot messes. I do. Gay guys, I love them. I love gay men. Not sexually or any. I just love hanging out with them. They are the most fun fucking people in the fucking world. They absolutely are. They are the most fun. I'm not saying what they're doing is right, but I love them, and I think God loves them. I think God loves them. I think we should be more towards the pedophile, the child predator. That is definitely lesbians are fake lesbians. I mean, plain fucking simple. There ain't a goddamn woman out there that would turn down a fucking dick. There's no commitment to be a fucking lesbian in all reality. They just, like the touch of a fucking woman, and who doesn't like to eat pussy? I mean, who don't? But gays are a little more dedicated to it. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got to get something put in your ass. Uh, it's a little more dedicated than a small woman's fingers. You know? That's right. We are all sinners. So who are we to judge? That's it, Havoc. That's it. We're all sinners. We're all sinners. We were born sinners. Well, we were born sinners, but actually it was the woman, Eve, that fucking enticed fucking Adam to sin because, men are fucking simpletons. And, yeah, which then created everyone to be a fucking sinner. So, yes, we are born in fucking sin. Absolutely. Um, no doubt about it, brother. No doubt about it. But I just, I can't say enough about the gays. I wish we had more gays in town here, to be honest with you. Because they're fun. They are fuck. If you ain't never hung around a gay dude, you don't know what a good time is. Yo, best. You a homo? Come on, man. No, stop it, Bressy. Come on, man. I love homos. I do. I love the gays. Wizard's gay. I mean, fuck. When was the last time Wizard had a woman? The dude's got no kids, never been with a fucking woman. You tell me that he ain't never had a fucking cock in his mouth? Jesus Christ, come on. Wizard's fucking gay. Wizard's fucking gay. A lonely gay at that. But come on. Wizard's got no kids, never been married, ain't got no old lady, ain't never gonna have no old lady. He's the old lady. That's why he's got his hair long, to attract the men, the other gays, you know? Absolutely. That's why he's so fucking skinny. He's trying to get that feminine fucking physique, that feminine breeding hip fucking lady shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He probably tucks his fucking cock, posts it on fucking Hustler or whatever it is, Unhinged or whatever that fucking gay site is, you know? Absolutely. Windsor's got a lady's physique with lady's hair. He just looks like the Wicked Witch from the West. But, some dudes dig that, you know? They like their women rode hard and put away wet. And fucking Windsor definitely looks like he's been rode hard and put away wet with a little bit of a fucking crack issue. But, listen, methamphetamines touches everybody in one way of their life or not, We all know a crackhead. My head is shaved? Windsor, since when? Since when is your head shaved? Why, did you go bald too much, or is that chemo? Hopefully you're doing all right, Windsor. I do dig you. I do dig you, Windsor, because you're a gay. I love the gays. I love the gays. They're fun. You're not that fun, Windsor, but I mean, I hope you're doing all right, Windsor. I truly do. But I don't know why you would shave your head. You had nice hair. But I'd wonder what you look like with a shaved head, though. That's got to be a sight to be seen. Yeah. I couldn't even imagine you with shaved head. I've always seen you with longer hair. Unkept and unwashed, but long hair all the same. But, you know, now that was gay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did I make your penis thump a little bit? Did I get you excited, Winzard? Because you thought I'm also a gay man? I'm not a gay man. I just like hanging out with the gays. You didn't? You did you hear that? I only like hanging out with the gays. I'm not gay. I just like hanging out with gays. So if your penis thumped a little bit because you thought I was gay, yeah, just back that up. Back that up. That's not gay. But I love hanging out with gays. Absolutely. Why do you think I keep Sergeant Ringo in here? He's a gay. I mean, I love him, but he's a gay. He's fun to hang out with. A little closeted, you know. A little closeted, but gay all the same, and I love it. I love it. Hopefully you're doing good though, Winzard. Hopefully you're doing good. And I'm sure you are. I mean, you're big time owner operator out here. But I'm losing out of shit to talk about, to be honest with you. I might have one more beer in me though. I have one more beer in me. Wife is vacuuming. That's the only reason why I say that. Because nothing I dislike more than is a fucking vacuum cleaner. That either we're going to get it in this house or the next house we have, and I don't even know if they still make it. Do they make a central vacuum still? Do they still sell those? Because I'm over this vacuum cleaning noise nonsense. I am over it. I fucking hate it. Do they still make central vacuum cleaners where you just drag the hose and you put the hose in the fucking hole and then you got it like in the basement or fucking wherever you got the motor, the vacuum somewhere else? Do they still make central vacuums? Because I'm telling you, either one, I'm getting a central vac, or two, I'll buy a house that has it. Because I hate the sound of a fucking vacuum cleaner. I hate it. And I hear her vacuuming, and I'll stay down here until the vacuuming's done. Because she's a fucking clean freak to the third degree, you know. That's Flintstone technology. Flintstone technology is a pushed vacuum cleaner. That's Flintstone technology. A central air conditioner or a central vacuum system is like Jetsons. What are you talking about, Flintstone? That's Jetson technology. Who's pushing a vacuum around nowadays? Huh? You should have a central vacuum. What do you think about Supreme Court ruling for the brokers? Uh, they should be responsible a degree. They should definitely be. They should be part of it, right? I believe brokers should be part of it. No different than a carrier is. If a carrier brings on a contractor that does shit shady, or a carrier does shit shady, contractor does shit shady, the carrier is responsible for hiring the contractor. Hence, the broker should be responsible for bringing that carrier on. I mean, the broker counts on the carrier to do their job. The customer should count on the carrier to do their job, or the broker rather. The customer should be able to count on the broker to do their job. The broker is counting on the carrier to do their job, and the carrier is dependent on the fucking driver to do their job. So they do have to be in the line. They have to be in the line of fire, to a degree. Absolutely, they should be in the line to a degree. I bet it works better through cases you can have a bigger motor. Oh, because you can have, yeah, I bet it works better because you can have. You also know, Havoc, that when you have that central system, they got places where, like, you don't ever need to use a dustpan. Like, you just, like, sweep the floor and then you just scoop it up in the dishpan and then the dishpan gets sucked out. So, like, every time your old lady sweeps the floor and she's using a dustpan to pick it up, you don't even need to do that anymore. You just sweep it to wherever this fucking thing is and then it sucks all that shit away. Why would you not want one? Like every house should have a goddamn central vacuum. I want a central vacuum, dude. I want one, just so I ain't got to hear fucking vacuums anymore. Unless, of course, it's right here and then I hear it. But you ain't gonna hear it upstairs. You ain't gonna hear it upstairs. All you're gonna hear is maybe the motor turning the carpet beater, right? That's all you're gonna hear. You know. But yeah, central fucking vacuum system, baby. That's what I need in my life. That's what I need in my life, Daddy. Fuck yeah. Just like I need a mailbox that's like vacuumed like a fucking bank teller. You know what I'm saying? Like if I got a mailbox at the edge of my fucking road, I want it to be like a bank teller. Right, the mailman puts it in the fucking mailbox and then it gets vacuumed to my fucking mail receptacle inside the fucking house. See? That's what I want. Or if he's got to put it in the fucking cylinder and shove that fucker, send that bitch to the fucking, to the house. That's what I want. You know? Get her a robot vacuum. The problem with that is we have like different levels. They're not big levels. It's not like big steps, but they're in this house. I don't know why. There's like the dining room and living room is on one level, and the kitchen and the bathroom and stuff is on a different level. I don't know how they did that or why they did it. If they just like used subflooring, stacked up subflooring. I don't know why it's two different levels, but it is. So I'd have to have two robots. I'd have to have two robots. And I don't think they do that much. Oh, it looks like my mom's here already at fucking noon. What the fuck? Nobody wants to waste their time in business where you have little control over paying everyone else but yourself. I don't know, Chuck. That's over my fucking head because that's how much I give a fuck about anything that comes out of your negative ass fucking mouth. But with that being said, Chuck, I hope you have a great fucking day. Other than that, I'm out of here. Mom's here already. A little early, but she's here. So I gotta go entertain the moms. So you guys have a good one. Later.